tell you what's changed right now. In a different field, different lane right now. Now I'm in the murk, switching lanes right now. Passive income getting paid right now. Used to roll around with sinners, bulldozers and killers. Now we focused on figures, 3-course meals for dinners, 5-star suites and villas. Now the swag hit different, cause the bag is different. Well, the tab is
sweet. Nervous, I'm not gonna lie.
Are you nervous?
I don't know what I'm gonna say. Scratch stuff that comes out my mouth that's not fitting for an engaged woman.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I don't want to be responsible for.
He sends it to you.
Yeah. So before I put anything out, you're gonna. I send it to you first and foremost,
Okay.
isn't it?
What made you want to do this?
To be fair, I think it's ideally it stems from Christian had his own studio.
Okay.
And then it's just cheaper than a night out. But I also get content from it. Yeah. No, because basically,
with your friends.
We're chilling with our friends, having conversations we would have had anyway.
Yeah.
But, no, but I'm saying, yeah, but that's what, but it's kind of evolved, innit? So now it's on the vibe of, it's like, I get to speak, I'm intentional of seeing my friends and speaking to them, and then I get more information from them, and also it becomes content that now I can do things with, innit?
Yeah.
But you know, I've been speaking to Tips, isn't it? I think that's why I can't wait to get to 1,000 subscribers. Once I get to 1,000 subscribers and I can actually make money from this, isn't it? And also I can make money from it now, really, in June, innit? In terms of, like, with brand deals and stuff, isn't it? Oh my God, I'm going to be fucking unstoppable. You're going to pay me to do this.
Yeah.
That means going to do those Manscaped.
No, I wouldn't. You know what? I'm gonna have integrity with who I do things
say
with.
that now.
100%. Because some of these things, it just looks ridiculous. It actually looks ridiculous. But I guess I don't know how much they pay here.
Yeah. Bring the big boys.
Ideally, I want to be sponsored by King James Version Bible.
Oh, okay.
The Bible, that'd be vibe, isn't it?
Why King James specifically?
I don't know. It's only one version I know.
When you say King James, I thought you meant LeBron.
Oh, no, come on. What?
LeBron.
Yeah, you can. Okay, cool. I feel like I need some time to chill. This shit is hard work, man.
Hello.
Oh, shit. I got reposted the other day.
Yesterday, or was it yesterday?
Yesterday. Why I did it?
I put Instagram. The first one that came up on my piece.
That's a vibe. And same with me. And it's like, I look at, is this my page or is this somebody else's? I'm like, oh shit, it's my man posted me.
Yeah, that's the person.
Yeah. Hopefully you're gonna go viral.
No, it's all right. Do you know when we did the engagement, when we posted on our pages, then the blogs picked it up, because then I was like, oh yeah, forget that people know him, out there. So then some people were so rude. My sister started getting in the comments. Destiny started getting in the comments.
Why?
So I was like, leave it alone. We were laughing. People were asking where his ex-girlfriend, because his ex-girlfriend's a twin, and they're twin DJs out there.
Oh, what? The girls are twin DJs?
Yeah.
Oh.
What do you mean?
Not that did anything to me, but I was intrigued, didn't it? But I do love twins, isn't it?
So they're twin DJs. So he was dating one of the twins. So they were like, oh, where's the twin? Where's the twin? She was so good to you. They were like, fear men. She was so good to you, and now you just dropped her like that. Meanwhile, he hasn't dated her for 2 years. Then it was like, someone was like, oh yeah, he went and got an American. I was like, well, I'm not American, but that'd be nice. I don't mind. Then someone was like, oh, this is why girls don't need to work on upper body in the gym. Because I was wearing like a boob tube dress. I got wide shoulders. So like they were like, he better be careful because I might knock him out. Yeah.
Wait, why did you read the comments?
No, because I thought they were funny. No, do you know what? To be fair, I hadn't seen those. And then someone had said to me that she'd read comments and she was like, she was going to send it to me, but then she was like, oh, it wasn't that nice. And then as soon as she said that, I was like,
hold on 1 second. She said she was going to send you comments, but...
She said she was going to send me like the blog post or whatever that had reposted or whatever. And then she was like, but there was comments and then there wasn't that nice. So she thought, fuck it. And then I was like, now I want to see. Now I'm intrigued. Someone was like, I'm not sure if this is a man or a woman. I was just like, yeah. So
wait, how many comments were there? Like thousands?
Oh, yeah, there was loads.
I don't know why you would put yourself through that misery of looking at that.
I haven't ever like, do you know what I mean?
Nah,
I'm
man, but
used to people when they comment on my post. It's because
Being
it's
nice.
for me. They know me. Happy birthday, because it's only me time I post.
But on
Do you
your
know what I
engagement
mean?
post on your personal page, those ones must have been nice, isn't it?
Yeah, I think those were nice. Yeah, those ones were nice. Yeah.
Not any bad
Yeah.
comments on that.
No, I don't
The page
think
is private
so.
though, isn't it? Is it?
No, it's not.
On her engagement post.
No, it's not.
No, but it
No,
was
they
a
were on the
blog picked it up, innit?
a couple of blogs picked it up. So people were commented not nice, so nice stuff on his one, I think, and on the blogs. And then people.
Ladies and gentlemen, this part of the conversation is too spicy to come out.
Yeah,
Oh
fam.
yeah, and ripping it up.
Oh shit! So niggas really pay attention to this. Yo, I've cut my tongue and lips endless times, isn't it? I might have even done it like last month, innit? I don't know, man. I don't know.
What are you gonna do if like your kid does that?
I tell him to stop.
But you know, like maybe it's just like a thing.
Yeah, but my brothers don't do it. Yeah, I know
It's
some
like-
girl that she buys some, I think it's talking powder or Johnson's Baby or the
Okay.
powder,
Yeah.
and she eats it. She buys it and eats it. And yeah,
Part of
she's
her
low on iron as well.
shopping, yeah.
And there's usually correlation. They also like to eat ice as well, usually sometimes as well.
Oh, like chew
Yeah.
ice, yeah.
Ah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like we're gonna start soon.
Okay.
I'll just relax for a bit.
La 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 la.
Oh my god.
La, la, la,
How long we
la,
know each other now? I mean, well, it's technically on camera anyway. Isn't it? So, how long we known each other? In fact, okay, it might as well start now. Fuck it.
all right.
Hello, Chloe.
Hi, Danny.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Sweet. Basically, this is called This
Sweet.
Can't Come Out.
Okay.
Now, the premise of this is that we have nice. Did you go shh? We have nice.
Ad-libs.
In fact, that's actually one of the things I do, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, when I say a name. Yeah.
Okay.
It's called This Can't Come Out. So
Okay.
the premise of this is we have nice, beautiful, unfiltered conversations. Now, it's called This Can't Come Out because if we're being nice, open and honest, as you've experienced already, we said some shit that probably will never see the light of day. So,
Safe space.
beautiful, we're going to speak, and then I send it to you first and foremost, and anything you don't like, we'll just edit it out.
Okay. Disclaimer.
Yeah. So now, first of all, I just, as a icebreaker, I like to start off with, how do we know each other?
Okay. So we know each other from school. I joined Fort Ismere, sixth form. So that was what, 16? 16? We do sixth form and 16. Yeah, I'd have been 16. We would have been 16.
Fuck.
So it's almost 20 years.
Fuck.
Almost. I'm
Yeah.
35. Yeah. Well, you just turned 35. So it's almost 20 years.
Fucking hell, man. Yeah. That's a
we
vibe.
just turned 35,
Do
yeah.
you remember first meeting me?
Can't remember like first encounter. I
Mhm.
just remember like chemistry lessons.
Oh,
I remember you
Lord.
selling food. I remember.
I wasn't selling food in
you were. Oh no,
sixth
no,
form.
you weren't.
Yeah.
But other people were for
Yeah.
you.
Perhaps, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, but I
yeah,
remember that's
yeah.
when the operation kind of died down, innit? Yeah.
Other people were for you. Yeah, but I remember chemistry,
Yeah.
chemistry, biology. You lot ruined my life. No, I'm joking.
Remember- to be fair,
I did not learn a thing.
yeah,
in those
man.
classes.
I was before then. I thought I was actually good at science, isn't it?
Yeah, same,
Yeah.
same.
And then all of a sudden,
And then I think maybe it was the teachers as well, but it was me, you,
Daniela,
Daniela,
Marvin.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Rest in peace, Marvin. And what was it? What was I going to say about that? I remember there was a Dr. Mulder was one of the teachers.
I remember that woman.
She was, I think, like my
I remember
biology.
the Indian lady
With the eyes.
and the curly hair
And the beautiful daughter.
Yeah, she was gorgeous.
Yeah, I remember. Do you know what?
And then we had the biology teacher that
Who?
had that you lot were like, oh, she's got back off. The one who used to ride the motorbike.
I don't think I have. We had different biology teachers then, isn't
Oh,
it?
really?
I
Oh,
think,
we
yeah,
didn't
they
have that.
split
But do you
up.
know who I mean? Yeah.
One of them. Everyone keeps talking. Every time you mention Forrestmere, someone brings her up, innit? The teacher in the back, innit? Yeah, I remember there was a teacher, and basically she said that, oh no, that's it. Dr. Mulder was my biology teacher, so you had a
Okay.
different one.
Okay.
And this pissed me off, yeah? Because bear in mind, innit, I got an A in science, innit? GCSE.
Yeah.
So she told me that what she said to me was, I'm going to fail. She told me this the beginning of
Of the semester. Of the
yeah, and I'm in the vibe of based.
college year.
I was like, based on what? Like, as in, how are you going to say that?
Yeah.
She said, this is not GCSE biology.
Right.
You actually have to pay attention, which is a fact because
Right.
I don't actually do it. I pay attention in class and that's it.
Sorry, no. Do you know what you used to do?
Mhm.
You used to call my name and I'd turn around and you'd done the eye thing. When you roll, oh my gosh. Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
you hate it.
I can't stand that thing.
What, even till now?
Yes.
Well,
Right. To fuck off. Fuck you. I'll close my eyes for lessons too.
No, seriously.
I
Why are you
don't
afraid
like
of that?
I don't know, but I don't like it.
That's crazy, yeah. And then she was like, oh yeah, because obviously I was skating through GCSE science, innit? Like I didn't do homework, innit? And she was like, oh, you're not going to be able to do that. And she told me that they had a conversation. I was fuming. They had a conversation about me. Cause bear in mind, I wasn't like bad or anything, innit? Yeah. And I'm thinking the teachers had a conversation about me.
Mm-hmm.
So in terms of after that, you know, when you first start lessons when you first go to school, you're patterned up. You're like, you know what, I'm gonna do my best in school. So I've had my first lesson now, and then I'm putting my hands up in class because I'm someone that likes to talk because I have to speak in it. So I put my hands up in class. I'm answering the questions. Boom, boom, boom. And then she told me, basically, we thought you were gonna fail. And it turns out that you're actually good inside of class. That I spoke to blah, blah, blah. They said that you were actually like a terror and all of that, and that you're going to fail. And I'm thinking, wow, where the fuck did all of this come from? But anyway.
Are you sure they didn't mix you up with someone else?
No, that was me that was speaking about. Black, isn't it? Not too many of us, isn't it, in Fortesmere? I heard a rumor that you were supposed to attend Fortesmere before you did.
Yeah.
Is it?
So, because we moved to Muswell Hill when I was in like year 8. And then my mum was like, wanted me to get in school. I don't know how she heard about the school, but she heard it was a good school. Wanted to put me on the waiting list. Yeah, and I was meant to move, and I cried my eyes out because I did not want to go anywhere. I was like, I already knew my friends. I already knew like.
Where?
I was at Coptal or girls' school.
Wait, so when were you supposed to go for Fortesmere? Year 7?
No, year 8. So like end of year 8 into year 9.
So you were happy that you ended up staying?
No, yeah, I was happy that I stayed in Coptal because those were my people. It's awkward. Kids, like, it's awkward, but. If I could have changed it, then I wouldn't mind coming earlier. You like as an adult, you realize that you make new friends, all that stuff. But who knows? You lot might not have been my friend group. It could have been. Could have had a different. I don't know.
Well, to be fair, you're probably right, innit? Because we're really hanging around with girls per se, innit? Like that. If you're hanging around with girls, it would have been like LA and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, Nisi,
yeah, all the black. Okay, yeah, I'm saying I would have known it, but I'm saying like Precious, for instance, isn't it?
What, Precious that came to sixth form? Which Precious?
There's Precious.
That came sixth form.
I don't know if she went Precious. Oh, funny enough, she got married and I just
she got married, yeah.
Yeah,
she got the same
that
birthday as me.
What?
Yeah.
No, so you would have been friends, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
She got married, man. Yeah, Precious is nice as well. Huh?
Yeah, we're different.
No, but Precious hung around with Soraya.
Because Precious didn't become like this friend group.
No, but she was really. In the because she was black. Yeah, you're right. In fact, that actually proves your point.
She wasn't.
She used to hang around with Soraya.
Soraya,
Nisi, all of them man know Precious, isn't
Who's
it?
Soraya?
Yeah, did hang around with us, but I'm saying she would have been hanging around with.
Well, actually, I don't know if
who's Soraya.
Who's Soraya? I don't remember Soraya.
Yeah, she didn't come sixth form.
Oh, okay.
LA.
No, I was thinking of.
Ladies and gentlemen, this part of the conversation is too spicy to come out.
I don't know how I feel about that. You know what I'm saying? If you you find somebody and all of a sudden on your timing they then switch over. Yeah, I'm telling you, how would you feel about that?
Yeah, like, did I cause this? Was
yeah,
I so bad.
Yeah, or like, did I do something to?
Yeah, but some people just like to experiment in it. They say lesbians aren't really real. I don't know. Lesbians
are real, man. So all of the black people kind of stuck together.
It was that other girl, I can't remember her name, but
Ahmed?
We didn't know.
What's her name? Hassan, sorry.
Hassan,
remember? 5 head.
Sixth form more school.
Oh, girls. I'm saying there's some black people that might not make the
there's
cut.
A couple that did. I know that's when I was in sixth form, there's a couple that didn't make it.
Yeah.
I can't remember some girl's name, but she was Precious's friend. No, I don't think that was her name.
Yeah, but I still fuck with Malika, innit?
I can't remember Malika. I'm better with faces than our names. She was her friend.
Malika. That's to be Malika. You, and you're the king of Muswell Hill, bro.
But my sixth form experience was different, innit?
Yeah.
School, I remember more.
Yeah.
Choppy.
Yeah, you don't really.
Yeah,
you guys
we were
really had a
tight.
period, isn't it? You, Penny, Daniela.
Yeah, me, Penny, Daniela, because Penny and Daniela already knew each other,
Mhm.
and then Daniela and I were just in the same classes.
Yeah,
That's how we
classes.
became tight.
So
in
on a
fact,
smart girl vibe.
my friendship with Penny kind of came through Daniela anyway.
And also, you were good. I remember you did an amazing dance performance.
I don't remember any of my actual dance performances.
Well, voice man though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
she was
not
amazing.
as a. No, we did dance as like extracurricular, but not as a.
Yeah, but it was you did some sort of
course.
performance. Maybe
I love
Lanisha
dance.
made that one.
Yeah, Lanisha
That's why I
did.
can't wait to, because you know what's crazy. That's why I can't wait to have Lanisha on as well, because
Sick.
I want to know whether or not that period over there birthed what she does now, because that show was amazing, and in terms of it, I'm not even sure if it was her role to perform.
I remember that dance piece that you're talking about.
And they gave her the flowers for it as well. So that might have done
Yeah.
something to her, because it's essentially what she does on as a career now. But I remember that, yeah. I was like, wow, Chloe's actually quite amazing.
I used to love contemporary dance. I wanted to do it as a A-level, but then they stopped because that dance teacher, she went on maternity or something. I don't know, whatever. They weren't paying for it.
Yeah, it had to be
Yeah.
something, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they did it.
David probably danced. Because there was a group dance as well. We did a whole thing to like
that's when
Justin
you man.
Justin
That's when they
Timberlake
tried to
song
say
or
that
something.
you was part of.
You was part of
Oh,
what?
you know, I think we spoke about this in what was it? I think we joked about this in the Dubai. And you man were doing dance lessons.
I don't think Ishmael dancing. I don't think Ishmael was dancing.
Well, fam, from
I don't
my
think Ishmael
memory,
was
bro.
dancing.
Me and Isaac were waiting for you, man, for ages, innit? Yeah, because it was a Colleen led dance thing, innit? So I know Miles 100. Oh fuck, I know Miles was 100% involved in it. Yeah, because Colleen said Miles was the best dancer. That's what Colleen said in my
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But I'm saying people waiting for you.
We did drama, same drama class.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man.
I remember that. That's why, yeah. Man, remember that guy we were trying to think about who died?
Who?
Shh. I'm sure
The
one of
white
them
guy.
niggas died. Yeah. And I remember that dance. And I was thinking, this girl's quite amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, man. I tell my niece all the time.
Is it? What's your dance say now? Your dance skills now?
I mean, I'm older and stiffer than I was then, so.
Are you flexible now?
I'm a stiff, flexible person, if that makes sense.
So you can do it better.
Yeah, like my splits are like not quite touching the floor properly,
Mhm.
but I can still like get down enough and then crawl my way back up.
Oh, okay.
I can do a back bend.
Now, basically, I had a conversation recently, and one of the big topics that's been going on, and this would be a nice segue into you, is basically Russell Wilson.
Who's Russell Wilson again? Oh, the white guy.
No. Sierra's
Oh, that
Sierra's
Russell.
husband.
Okay.
Now, recently, innit, yeah, basically the topic was if Russell Wilson is violating Futurism. Because Future had a 9-month-old baby.
Right.
And said as soon as he saw the child, because he started dating, Russell Wilson and Sierra broke up. As soon as, Future
Russell
and Sierra broke up.
Yeah.
Sierra starts dating people now, and then she meets Russell Wilson.
Right.
Russell Wilson says the moment he saw that 9-month-old child, he knew that he was going to father that child and be responsible for that child, isn't it? Yeah. And then I'm thinking that is a violation, isn't it? to say that this is gonna be your child, I'm gonna be responsible for this child.
Yeah.
When it got over, I said I view that it's a violation.
Right.
Now, because obviously, the reason I'm asking you because it kind of goes into the vibe of adoption, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
Now, the reason Russell Wilson's a great person for doing it, but I'm saying as a man,
right, to
hear that somebody else, while you're alive, isn't it? Is taking full responsibility of a child. Then again, it depends whether or not. That's why you have to kind of remove Future from this, isn't it? Basically, I think a man saying that their child is your child, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah. As a man hearing that, to me, I would feel violated by that.
Right.
If I wanted.
Right.
The child isn't. I want to know you guys' opinion on.
Yeah. I mean, you can feel like that. It depends on how you take it. Because if you and the mum are not together anymore, then you could also take it as you're accepting that she's going to date other people, you're going to date other people. but then whoever's coming into the situation are gonna love your child.
Mhm. That's a
If you
vibe.
and if you look at it like that they're gonna love your child wholeheartedly, like it's blood, then technically you shouldn't have an issue.
Yeah, you shouldn't. I feel like that's preferable.
Yes.
You want them to.
But it's only
but
like
it's not yours. Remember, this is
Yeah.
my child.
yes. But if I'm gonna then be a husband and wife, then it's my child.
I'm saying, but I'm saying in terms of, but the vibe is like, okay, disciplining the child is that you're gonna hit my child because you're hitting your other children.
But no, the thing is though, I think you have to have like a consensus. Like it then becomes a three-way parent meeting on what you're gonna do. Just like you know how women say, "Oh, I'm not gonna let my child go with the dad for the weekend, whatever, because I don't know who you're gonna be around, who you're gonna take my child around, because they're wondering, are you gonna be around other women? Da, 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 da. So you have to have those conversations.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're deciding that, okay, you can't hit my child, then he can't hit your child.
Yeah.
But then the only thing is, you can't do that in a house where you've got other children because it makes it too difficult. Like that looks like preferential treatment.
If he's not allowed to get smacked.
Yeah, you can't hit this one, but you hit all the other ones.
Okay, but now, for instance, you have got other children now. Then what does one do in that dynamic?
Well, when beating, but then beating has to be off the cards for everyone. You have to decide like that it has to be off the cards for everybody.
Now, but as the step father, wouldn't he be like, but I want to beat my children, so wagwan?
You not got to figure it out. You got to figure it out. You literally have to be like, where's the middle ground? You can't, because you cannot categorically not hit. I would know how I would feel if you're not hitting. If you're beating me and you're not beating the other three. Like let's say it was that way around. Like let's say you come with someone that already has 2 or 3 kids, and you're not beating all of them. And then because you are my dad and you believe in beating, you only beat me? Nah. I'm gonna hate you for the rest of my life. I'm gonna be in therapy because you beat me.
Facts.
And you didn't beat my siblings.
But I'm saying, so what, if say if this was the case,
right?
What would, because bear in mind, say if the child was mine, I've got a stepchild in their house. The child's mine, and I'm saying, don't beat my child, isn't it? Now, what is a Russell Wilson supposed to do in that scenario? We have to maybe get the mum to beat the child, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the only way to do it.
Yeah,
she
she becomes disciplinary.
Yeah. But now it's kind of like, daddy don't beat me, but mummy beats me. Now that one hates mummy.
Yeah, but I think that's all right.
That's better.
Because like...
Better than somebody else touching your child.
Yeah, people do different things.
And plus, leave it inside of a step-parent's hand, they might end up beating the other child. Worse than their own.
Imagine actually they don't actually like your child. They're just saying this because they want to be with your mum. Like, have you seen that thing? Oh, let me remember it properly. It was, so the woman ended up leaving her husband because they had stepchildren or whatever. He was like, had a stepson. And he had said, if the house is burning or something like that, who would you save? And he said, I'll save you, my wife. And she got really offended and was like, the relationship is done, it's over, because I'd expect you to save my child. But he's like, yeah, but I love you. I love your child because of you. Yeah.
He should have just shut the fuck up. And what was this? It was a quiz, a question.
No, it wasn't. I think it's just, you know when people like to do hypotheticals.
Because the what's it called? The consequences are real in answering the questions, but it's just
Yeah, but he's like, but I love you, like you're my wife. I made a commitment to you. I married you. I love you. I love him because I love you. But then that's the thing, like if she just died of natural or whatever, she was sick and she died, then as a mother you'd also think, oh, what, so you wouldn't look after my child after I die? Like,
I've heard stories about that as well, where guys, but even with their own children, I'll just pick my wife, isn't it? Pick my wife. Depends how old the child is, I guess, as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
What would you do?
What if I was a woman and the
you're
man was
picking
dying?
your husband.
What if the man was dying between my husband and my child?
Not your child, his child.
His child. Ooh.
Then again, no, girls.
No,
I'll be like, I feel the woman in that regard. You save my child, man.
Because you can also look at it like, the man's lived a good life. He's 40, 50 now, however old. The child's young. They still got like time to live. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a difficult one. I wouldn't be mad if she said that's a love anyway. Oh yeah, I'll save your child. You don't go wrong with that. Picking the children, innit? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Picking the children, you don't go wrong.
Fucking hell, man. Now, in terms of like, how, in terms of being adopted,
Mm-hmm.
now, how do you feel as though that has shaped your upbringing? You reckon?
Shape my upbringing.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know until I was 12.
How the fuck does that feel? Do you know what's crazy? I feel like every 5 years, innit? We
Yeah,
speak
really
about
little
this,
bit of
isn't it?
information.
No, I think one time he must have told me. I thought, or one time I knew, or I think somebody told me by accident or something, isn't
Right.
it? Yeah, it might have been
Remember,
David,
maybe-
isn't it? That just said it like randomly or something, isn't it? And he's like, oh, right, you didn't know. I'm thinking, no. And then I think one time you told me, but it was so far away from, there's so much information you get, so far away from each
Yeah.
other. You're like, oh shit, I think I knew that, but I'm not certain about it. And I'm hearing it from you. So even though you're telling me 12 years old, I didn't know that.
It's weird because like it was such a like bone of contention, such a big thing in my house. Like it was something that was very uncomfortable for me from when I knew until like I was probably, I don't know, in my early mid-20s. So anyone before that, any friends and stuff that I made before that wasn't just information I'd give out like that because it just wasn't comfortable for me. So
yeah, so what was that like
now
finding
it's
at 12?
like, oh, this is just a bit of my story.
Yeah, and what was that like finding at 12? Did you have any suspicions beforehand?
No, I didn't have a clue. I didn't have a clue. It's so weird, yeah, because I remember my mum asking me one day, we were in the car, and she was like, oh, you never asked like about your dad, like where your dad is or anything like that. I was like, I don't know. My brothers ain't got dad. We're all here jamming together, like we're the same. So I was like, I didn't have a clue. I didn't think to ask. I'm just a bit, I don't know.
Wait, so growing up, what was your experience growing up?
So absolutely didn't have a clue, nothing. Absolutely nothing.
But your brother, so your brother obviously knew because they're older.
Yeah, they knew. So my brothers are 8 years and 10 years older than me. So they knew. Apparently, yeah, they didn't say anything. So apparently, my mum brought me home one day and was like, this is your sister. And they were like, oh.
At what age?
They were 8. Matty was 8 and JJ was 10.
And you were 0.
And I was 4 months. Yeah.
Oh,
so
fucking hell.
1 yet. Yeah. So then.
Like, not an inkling.
So for them as well, as children, maybe for them it was like, yeah, maybe they just didn't deep it in. I don't know. Actually, I've never actually asked them that. But
why? What the fuck are you not doing?
I don't know.
Why wouldn't you ask?
Trying to cope with.
Yeah, facts. To be fair.
Yeah, trying to cope. So like, everything was normal, and then my sister was born, and then I don't know if my sister was born and then I got a little bit naughty, or if I just naturally got a little bit naughty into my 10, 11-year-old age.
Naughty? What were you doing as a naughty?
Yeah, man, I was doing I wasn't doing like mischievous things. It was stuff like I'm just forgetful, like clean this. 24 hours gone by, not cleaned anything.
That's not naughty.
Or like, but for my mum, that was like, because my mum's a clean freak. And for my mum, it's like, where do you come from? Like, everybody else follows my instruction. Why are you not following my instruction? Kind of thing. So it was stuff like that. So, and then obviously she had a new young child. She's getting older. So like her focus was her baby that needed her, kind of thing. And then my brothers were doing whatever they were doing.
Well, so what Man was about was what was it? Your sister's dad.
Yeah, but not really, because they dated and they planned my sister and everything. But he was around, but he wasn't around like a father figure to me. And by that, and my brothers were a little bit older. I'm trying to think of the age difference. So 16 years between Matty and my sister, and then 18. So
16 and 14.
Yeah. So when she was born, my brother would have been. Yeah, 16, yeah. No, actually, he wasn't 16 yet. I think he was about 15 years old when she was born. And then JJ would have been like 17, 18. So they're already going through their own stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, this part of the conversation is too spicy to come out.
Dealing with like youth and stuff was like, this is my story. I used to be involved in this. Don't do it.
And he was, I seen the pictures. Yeah. He was with some prominent figures.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, on his Facebook. Oh shit, this is Chloe's brother, yeah? Cool.
Let me see.
Yeah, this was a long time ago, innit? This is a long...
No one remembers Facebook. I've got shitty pictures on Facebook, but no one remembers it. So, yeah.
Yeah, they've done a good job in actually pivoting their business because, boy, one, you need Facebook to log into certain apps.
Yeah, I hate that.
They're good for doing that, though. They're smart.
It pisses me off.
Why do you hate it?
Because I'm just like, who are you? Like, where did you come from? It feels weird to me to have to put in a password for something I do not use, not thinking about.
Now, in fact, back to that. So in terms of growing up, there wasn't really. So you didn't
So I
never
didn't really have
ask
a
to 12.
no. So I didn't ask at 12. So I got in trouble at school. I got in trouble in school. We were drawing pictures of naked bodies in the class. I was remember in history class. There was like a little. Someone started a sketch, and then people were adding, like passing the paper around, adding it, swear words and everything. Vagina bush, whatever it was, got round to me. I got caught with it. I got caught with it.
Oh, of course you
Teacher
got
took
caught.
it, took away. Huh?
Yeah.
Girls' school, yeah. So 2 of us got caught. And then I was shitting myself when I went home. Obviously, did not say a thing. My mum does not play. Went to school the next day, and they said that the teacher said that they were going to have a conversation with our parents, a head teacher. So I was like, shit. And the other girl, white girl, was like, yeah, I told my mum yesterday. And I was like,
Yeah.
So now I've called my mum at lunchtime. I'm like, Mum, I've got something to tell you, because I knew they were already going to call her. And tried to explain it. Obviously, didn't explain it well. She had to come to school. She was mad, shocked, and devastated, and
Devastated or what? Because you got caught with.
Yeah, she thought it was painted
Anyway,
out
anything
to be
called home is pissed.
it
Anyway,
painted out to be the worst thing in the world. She called my auntie. My auntie was like, "We'll get it expunged from your record. We'll get it taken off the system. All this stuff." So like, it was for them it was a huge thing. And my mum was just like, she was just so distraught. And then that's when she told me. She was like, before she'd like hinted to me. She was like, "Oh, if only you know what I did for you, have done for you and stuff when I get in trouble." But I was like, "Oh,
yeah, but she could just be speaking.
Yeah,
about,
just
yeah,
like,
I'm saying, innit?
I
Being
sold my kidney,
Yeah.
so you can have clothes." Yeah. So and then she told me, and I didn't really have a reaction because it was like in the midst of like being in trouble. I probably got beats, but I actually don't remember if I got beat. No, actually, maybe.
So
I
how
did
did she
get
drop
beats.
it then? What did she say?
She was like, "I'm not your mum," or so. I don't remember properly. She was like, "I'm not your mum. I saw you from 4 months old," or something. "Didn't have to do this for you," or something like that. I can't remember. Don't quote me. And then she left the house. You know, my
Oh
friend
my
Rachel.
God.
So, yes, my friend Rachel. She used to live like behind our house. And my mum and her mum were friends. So then she needed a breather, so she left the house and went to go to Rachel's mum's house and talk it out.
So she was annoyed at you for this picture.
Yeah.
If I was your mother's child,
Yeah.
your mum would be in she'll be in St. Anne's Hospital, going mental. If that is what drove her to that, then God knows why I would have put her through it. Our older brothers as well. So maybe you were just like, those things that piling on.
I mean, obviously Matty wasn't really he wasn't there at that time because I was year 7, so I'd been 11, 12. But I think what it was for her as well, I feel like she just didn't think that I could be part of something like that. She didn't expect it. Like, it was so out of character for her. So literally, she would then like it ruined my life because she would like, I'd get like magazines, school magazines or whatever. And the thing is, I do so much like dumb shit innocently. So I remember having a magazine and I got it at school or whatever, and I was going through the magazine or whatever in bed. And then as I've woken up in the morning, she's found the magazine and stuff, but I wasn't trying to hide it, but whatever. And then she was like, it was Sugar. I don't know if you won't remember. It was called Sugar.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And I didn't even know it was called Sugar because the girl's head was in front of the part of the things I hadn't even figured out. She was like, "What is this magazine? This is a sex magazine." I was like, "It's a teenage magazine."
So she thought you were just wanking in your room.
I didn't think she was wanking. I just don't know. I just think she thought I was going to be a prostitute. I don't know. Like, I genuinely, I don't know what she thought, but the trajectory of my life just continued to go downhill in terms of our relationship.
Oh, wow.
It was not nice.
Yeah, that's a big thing, isn't it? Nigerian people and their mothers, isn't it?
Yeah, man. I mean, girls and mums can be difficult anyway.
Yeah.
Just because of hormones, I suppose. But
yeah, 2 women.
Yeah, 2 women.
Yeah. So it kind of gives you a sense of what men go through dealing with women.
Oh.
I remember, some of the best advice I've had in life was from Isaac. Isaac told me, "Dammy, she's a woman." That's what he said to me. And because, in fact, it was just moving erratic. Yeah. And to the point where, like, as in with men, certain times we navigate ourselves with like logic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool, you've done that. Explain why you've done that. It needs to make sense, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm over there explaining to Isaac what done doesn't make any sense. This is him. But obviously, Isaac's got sisters, and he's like, "Dammy, sometimes you have to just chalk it up that she is a woman, and it's all right. And then I'm like, oh, rah, shit, yeah. She is a woman, isn't it? And then certain times so as in terms of men can behave a certain way, and I won't have it in it, in terms of, no, you have to break down your behavior over there. But then women, obviously, you have to, and not even in a patronizing way, but you have to give them a bit of a leeway because of their emotions and the fact that they have periods and stuff, isn't it? Yeah. And their hormones are running all over the place. You have to give them a blind.
You speak differently.
Yeah.
We're different.
Yeah, so, okay, cool. So, what do you feel as though finding that information did to you?
I don't know. I feel like I don't know if I even believed it at first. I feel like
she's angry right now.
Yeah, I don't know. And part of me, and then my auntie confirmed it because she like called me and she was like, "Doesn't matter. We love you anyway." Da, da, da. But I feel like it desensitized me.
Is it?
Yeah. My sister-in-law says all the time, she's like, "Oh, you don't speak up enough. Like people think you don't care." And I'm like the nicest person or whatever, but like I'd rather experience. I've experienced stuff and I'll keep it rolling. I might cry a little bit, but then I'll just keep moving. Like I don't want to figure it out. I don't want to talk about it. Like I can talk about it to gossip and just to get it out, but not to resolve it and stuff. I just like, oh yeah, whatever, keep it moving. It is what it is.
And why do you think that? How do you think that's linked to finding out?
Because I don't think I was allowed to like process anything. I don't feel like I would never have felt comfortable in her anger. I would never felt comfortable to be like, oh, I feel like this, or I'm thankful for this, or it then just became like this big taboo for me. Like every time I get in trouble ever since that, after then, it's like, oh, I didn't have to do this for you. And now it makes sense to me, and it's just like this is very awkward to the point where like then when my sister was getting a little bit older, but she obviously there's almost 7, 8 years between us, my sister will be like, oh, you're not my sister, like, and do things like that. But obviously I don't blame her because she was just a child, like, you absorb stuff. So it was just like I just made everything so difficult for me in terms of like, so I didn't speak about anything. Wait, so being outside my house was my best time almost.
I'm saying in terms of, so with that, you feel as though it desensitized you in terms of, instead of hearing something like that and dwelling in it, you kind of just
keep it moving. Listen, you know what about one of my friends, that some of this experience I've gone through with her, and we're still friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, this part of the conversation is too spicy to come out.
And so what was I getting at before then? I was like,
speaking about stuff. I think. So like I just let things to some extent, but now I'm working on it.
Because funny enough, my brother's wife, she is also adopted, isn't it?
Okay.
Now it was interesting because they got married. They got married on a private island. With only, I think, what was it, 10 people present.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah, but what that meant was that my whole family couldn't come in it. My whole direct family couldn't come. Brothers and sisters, isn't it? So I went, my mum went, and my aunt went. My dad, my sister, and my other brother didn't attend, isn't it? Okay. Couldn't attend.
As in they didn't attend because they weren't invited? Or
they weren't invited to go, isn't it?
Okay.
And basically, and what some of the theories were the fact that in terms of, they thought because this is how they're justifying inside of their head, so it can mean meaningful to them,
right?
Because I think my other brother's on the vibe of how can you not go to your brother's wedding, innit? And why would your brother allow that to happen? And also, why would the wife allow to happen?
To not have your people there?
Chalked it up to maybe it's the fact that she is adopted, isn't it?
Right. So it means she's got not as much of an association with family.
Yeah. But I'm hearing you speak, and you seem to understand as to why that might be a bit crazy.
Yeah. I can understand it, but maybe because no, you lot are Nigerian as well. I don't know.
Well, she's not Nigerian, so maybe that's why.
Is she black?
She's one of those Mediterranean, the Brazilian type shit.
Oh, but even I feel like they have a bit of culture.
Yeah, one of those. She'll play in one of that competition though. It'll be in Ecuador, one of those.
Okay. That competition.
Yeah, so I thought maybe, but obviously, hearing you.
Yeah, no, I get it. But I'm really close, like my brother and stuff. I'm really close with like his family and stuff. But like I still had like family. I still have people that love me and that I love. So
Now, in regards to, what was it, your biological parents, have you met any of them?
no.
You haven't? Have you spoken to any of them?
No. So initially I didn't want to. I was just like, what do I
What's the
want?
point?
I've been here all this time. And now I'm a bit like, so then, because there was this whole thing that I have like 2 potential different dads or something like that. They weren't quite sure who my dad was. They know who the family is, but don't know who exactly it was or something. So mum always comes to me and she's like, oh, this is your dad's sister and stuff, because they say you look like this person so bad. But there was after the first time I'd been to Nigeria when I was 25, by the time I came back, one of them had died.
Who?
One of the potential dads had died, and I felt so distraught. I couldn't tell you why,
Fucking
but
hell,
I was
man.
just like, oh shit. And I think after then I've kind of thought, well, it'd be nice to know, because I feel like I don't have a picture. I don't know what anyone looks like. I go to doctors, they ask me if there's any history. I got no clue. So I feel like I want to do it just to see, but not because I want anything. I haven't got time for new relationships. I haven't got time for a new relationship. Not at all. I don't want anything from anyone. It just might be good to see. And my uncle said to me one time, was like, because I was like, at the time when I was feeling like I didn't want to see anybody, not for any hard feelings, I just didn't want to. He was like, but you also don't know how they feel about the situation, because everyone's got their own story about how things happened. But like my birth mother, for example, she may be feeling whatever way it may be for losing your child, like your first child as well.
How do you
It's
know
hard.
you're
It's
the
probably
first?
hard. Huh?
How do you know that you're the first?
I believe I'm the first.
Why?
Yeah, I actually believe. I know. I
You
believe,
feel like you're the
no,
eldest
she
child
didn't. No,
somewhere.
no, she didn't have. I was the
Oh,
first
yeah.
from my father. Apparently, I was the first.
Oh,
But
okay.
mother's side, yeah, 'cause she was a house girl. I think she was young as well.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah. So like losing your child, and I suppose it's harder on a mother than it may be on a father. But
Oh, so
yeah,
the circumstances might have been, she might have wanted to keep you, but couldn't.
maybe she definitely wouldn't have been able to afford to.
Mm.
Yeah. But then from the family it's like it wasn't the way that I understand the story, it wasn't good
Affluent.
coupling. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The dad's side was affluent, but obviously she wasn't, so it wasn't like super under the carpet kind of thing.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So you never know how they feel, but I'm just like, yeah, just kind of I also kind of want to do it because from the time that I got comfortable saying my story, being like, oh, this is my thing, now I'm like, oh, now I'm a bit tired of it. Now I want to like have
Turn
more
back,
to add.
yeah.
Be able to finish it.
Hey, that's hilarious. You want to add some bit more to the story?
I want to finish it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I've got a friend that's like proper like, you should do this thing. You need to like, he's not happy that I haven't done it already. He's like, you're in the country, just do it. But part of me is a bit like, I feel like I need my mum to be able to do those things. I feel like I need her with me. I wouldn't want to do it by myself. Yeah.
What? You mean your mum now? Not
yeah. I'm my mum. So my mum says, okay, so my mum says that she was like, so when she took me, she was like, I'm not taking her away, by all means, come and visit, blah, blah, blah. And I think she maybe made an appearance once or twice, and then after my first birthday, she didn't attend my first birthday, and then that was it. My mum didn't, and then obviously
what?
we left.
Your mum?
My birth mother.
How did your mum know? How did she know that?
So my mum knows. So she doesn't know my dad, but she's like related to my dad's family.
Oh.
Yeah. So they're like, they're
Oh,
technically
this is
just as
beautiful then.
cousins.
So it's still blood.
Yeah. So technically, there's some little bit of blood down the line. I
don't know. It's
So I
not
feel
me, but I feel so much
avoid
better.
for you.
I feel
I never
better.
even thought about it like that.
Do you feel better?
I don't know. I've never thought about it like that, because I say it all the time. Well, yeah,
Yeah,
they're related some way, shape, or form.
I
but
feel
I've
like
never
that's
thought about that.
I feel like it's nicer because you know what I'm saying.
It's
Like
not
you
like
are
complete
related
stranger.
as well, isn't it? Yeah. As opposed to feeling like a complete outsider, innit?
Yeah, but I don't feel like an outsider.
Okay, yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Did you come though because it was outside of the marriage? Is that why your mum took you?
No, it was just because my birth mother was a house girl, and he was like his family's royalty. So it just didn't.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, it's a scandal essentially.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, scandal. So they basically apparently so she was visiting like her auntie or something, and that's where she saw me. And then it was like they were gonna send me to just some village, and I would have probably died. And she was like, "No, my mum loves kids. She loves kids."
Do you feel
till
like the
this day.
chosen one then, kind of? Because it's kind of a remarkable story.
Right place, right time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, my mum loves kids. Till today, she'll like any child she sees, she forms like a bond. She forms an attachment real quick. So she was just like, "Oh."
Ladies and gentlemen, this part of the conversation is too spicy to come out.
Maybe.
Yeah, don't say that.
Yeah.
That's an easy mental out for you, but that might not be the case at all, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Now, obviously, Chloe is due to show the ring.
Jeez.
Chloe is due to get married. Now, before I speak on how you got engaged,
Okay.
I want to know what it was like being single in your 30s
Okay.
and the road to marriage, what that was like for you.
Okay. Did I do one of those Ciara prayers, basically?
You did. I know you did. You 100% did. But I
Do you
want to
know
know
what?
in terms
Okay.
of when did the pressure, because at one point was there pressure?
I feel like there's always pressure.
Uh-huh.
You're a girl, you're African, like I feel there's pressure.
Yeah, they ask you
and to be fair, I say all the time, if I could have been married at 21 and had kids, I'd have done it then.
Would you?
Like, yeah. No, now I wouldn't, but then I would think, like, for me it was, I was going to go to college, I was going to go to uni, come out, find my date someone at uni, come out, get married. Like, it was going to be like that fairy tale. So I've always wanted to be married, have kids. Like, it's been my thing. So then as you get older and as you get to 30, it's like even more pressure. Everyone's like, "Oh, you're not dating," or "You're dating someone for a while." But that's never really been my case. Dating someone for a while kind of end things. Yeah, I haven't actually had a very long relationship in my history of my life, really. So feeling the pressure, but it's like, so then when you go into stuff, because you feel pressure, you almost feel like every time you go into something, it's like, is this the person I'm going to marry? And then
that's normal though.
Yeah. But then it's almost like you try and fit that person into the person you're going to marry. So regardless of red flags or whatever, you just kind of be like, oh yeah, they're nice enough or whatever. You like them. This is going to be my husband. And then you start dreaming. And then you start like just, I suppose, putting up with stuff that you wouldn't really.
Name some shit.
No, I haven't had a terrible time with dating, I don't think. I met some weird people. I met some weirdos, I think. No offense. No offense.
That you were actually dating?
Maybe not actually dating. I can't remember. It's all a blur.
I remember one of the guys.
But was that before 30? Is that pre-30?
Was that pre-30?
Who are you thinking of?
Fake David.
Yeah, pre-30. I knew you were going to say that.
That was pre-30?
That was pre-30. I was like 20.
Shit.
Hold on. I was like 26, 27.
No way.
I think I was like 27.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That was ages ago, man.
Yeah, I was like 26, 27.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah.
Fuck, that was ages ago, yeah.
Yeah, it was a very long time ago.
Yeah.
So like, I think even in my 30s, or early 30s, I don't think I haven't had like proper relationships. But yeah, I've dated people. And the thing is, it's like I have anyway. I've made excuses for people and been like, okay, they don't really fit my bill, but what if this is the person God has for you? And you're overlooking them because they're like 5'6" and yeah. Yeah, but that's what it becomes. It's like, but like you're gonna overlook someone that could really be good, but because you've got these tick boxes, you just don't.
That's
whatever.
facts, though. That it's not like that is a lie, though.
No,
sometimes you have to do shit like that.
Yeah, you got to like. I think you've got to, because I've got a friend as well, and him and I are quite similar when it comes to like our dating life. And he was like, you got to have like the 3 things that are like your core
non-negotiables.
Yeah, complete non-negotiables, but are actual important stuff. So they're not like, I don't know, whatever. He doesn't have hair,
Yeah.
hairline. I mean, I've done that one.
Yeah.
So. But yeah,
So a really important thing is like religion.
yeah, like religion.
Financially stable, I guess, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I suppose. And like like, are they loving? Are
Mhm.
they, I don't know, caring, whatever it is. So yeah, so that was kind of like, okay, but I do this thing where it's like, okay, they don't necessarily fit my bill, but I'll make allowances. And then like a couple months in of dating, I'm like, oh, you're getting on my nerves. This is getting on my nerves. I'm like, but you're not tall enough anyway, so why am I putting up? I mean, literally, and then because I feel bad because I'm just like, oh, I'll do this nice thing. I don't want to speak up and be like, this is not working for me. I like keep kind of going through the motions, until hopefully they end it, or it
Hopefully they end it.
Yeah,
Fucking hell, man.
I remember I had a boyfriend one time. This is pre-30. I had a boyfriend one time, and like he started to just make me feel sick. I actually was like,
wow, man.
was like, don't kiss me, don't touch me. And I was, so then he said to I was at his house one day, and he said to me, I think we should break up. And in my mind, I was like, yes, God. But I didn't want him to feel bad. So I started crying because I used to be able to like cry like that. So I started crying, and I was like, and he was like, hey, let's go on a break. And I was like, no, I don't do breaks. I was like, no, I don't do breaks. It's either over or it's yeah, so anyway. That was over.
Then you went home and started doing the willy bounce. That's hilarious.
The willy bounce?
Yeah,
I'm
jubilant.
not
What? That is
man.
crazy.
So yeah, so having I find having conversations quite difficult for me in relationships. It always have been.
Wait, so potentially you could have been someone that literally ended up marrying somebody that you didn't like. No, because if you don't speak and stay in it, then what happens?
But it gets to a point where it's like, okay, something has to happen. Do you know what I mean? I could never.
Yeah, but I'm saying in terms of if she was willing to stay with a guy that physically made her sick until he.
No, I wasn't. In my mind, I was like I have to talk myself into the thing.
That is horror.
Yeah, I have to like talk myself in. I have to like imagine the scenario. And that can just be a normal, like, let's say I pissed you off and you've gone to your room, I've gone to my room. I've got to figure out how I'm going to come to you and say something. Oh, do I just catch you in the kitchen? If I do, how do I start the conversation? So it also doesn't sound like it's calculated, like it's natural. Like it's just, I overthink it. Yeah,
Fuck
man.
It, hell, man. That's crazy.
I overthink it. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah, so dating. So yeah, date, and then obviously online dating.
What chaps?
Hinge.
Okay.
Did I use anything else? No, I only used Hinge. So basically, COVID came, and I was sitting in my house on Mother's Day. I couldn't go see my mom. Didn't go see the family because it was like the beginning of COVID. And I was like, hold on a second. I don't know when I'm going to have children. I don't know when someone's going to come to me for Mother's Day. I was like, I'm not dating anyone.
Bruh.
I'm not talking to anyone. I'm not dating anyone. There is no prospects of when this is going to happen for me. And I downloaded Hinge that day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And that was a shit show.
What happened on Hinge?
It's a weird place. Because, like, I don't like it because of, like, you're only really looking at what people look like. And I get that, cool, whatever. Like, that's what, yeah.
Or some people will look at their responses and answers to gauge stuff.
Yeah, but even so, it's like, you get your friends to help you. Do you know, I sent my Hinge to, like, my friend and be like, oh, is this a picture I should use? Is this what I should, like, you get people to help you do that stuff. So I feel like it doesn't actually mean anything. So really, you're looking at people's pictures. But I've dated guys that haven't necessarily been attracted to, but the chat's been right or whatever it may be. It's been funny or whatever. So I feel like I like the personable stuff that you don't get from online. But I get it. I spoke to a couple of people. Had someone was like, first day, he said hi, was like, oh, do you want to come round? Yeah. It's just like, oh, you're not even trying. Like, just try a little bit. Maybe just coffee first. Not saying you got to spend loads of money, but like just try a little bit. And I like banter. I'm a flirt as well. I love it, but I don't follow through. I don't like that's too much. But yes, I've had guys like give you the runaround a bit, like let's meet up, and then something happens, and then something keeps happening. You don't, and then they just ghost you. And then
ghost?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
And then they come back and it's like, oh, where have you been? What the fuck do you mean? Where have I been? What the fuck?
That's cheeky.
Where you left me? Like, and it wasn't even that deep for you to. But I've ghosted people as well, so it happens. But I'd never go back.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I've actually never actually properly dated anyone from Hinge. Yeah, no, I've never done that. I've
Now,
done,
obviously, because obviously you're someone that actually frequents the church.
yeah,
What is?
it's a
Do you
mess.
like dating from the church? As
a
in, like,
mess.
do you recommend it? Yeah, because
I don't recommend anything. I don't recommend a single thing. I don't recommend a single thing because I think people's intentions can be good regardless, church or no church.
Mhm.
But it isn't always going to work out. People make mistakes and all of that stuff. I've did I have a bad experience with a church person? I had a church person who ghosted me. And he was a weirdo. And again, I think like, Chloe,
Ghosted the Holy Spirit in you.
Chloe, why did you let this man wasn't like, he was not it. He was actually not it. So it's actually, he's taking a piss out of your life because he's ghosted you. He wasn't it in the first place. And you gave it a chance, partly because it's church as well. Like, you're like, oh yeah, they're God-fearing. It's all a lie. Don't quote me on that. It's not a lie.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
So
technically, like you said, the church is supposed to be for the people that are the worst.
Yeah.
And the people that are trying to be better. The church, you can find a variety of people there, innit?
Yeah, of course. The church is for everyone.
Yeah.
It's for everybody. So, and not everyone's... And unfortunately, you have a lot of pretenders as well. Like, you'll be in a church group and everyone's not having sex. Everyone is abstaining from sex. But if you get down to the real, you got a good 40% that actually are. So do you know what I mean? So it's like, you don't know. You don't know what people are about.
I know my relationship in terms of with churchgirls is because of my faith. My vibe is in terms of if a girl is on her quote unquote deen, I can't be the person that takes her off of it.
Right,
I feel like I'm doing the
right.
devil's work essentially if I do that. Yeah, so I wouldn't do that. But certain guys in the church, they are willing to just take the girls on the long con, where they've got their Christian girlfriend that they're doing, they're prepping there, innit?
Yeah.
For meanwhile, they're just caning everybody else.
This can't come out.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this part of the conversation is too spicy to come out.
Now, in terms of okay, cool. So now you're 30, you're feeling the pressure. Mother's Day has happened, and you're like, when am I going to be a mother?
Yeah.
What steps did you make in order to get married? You reckon?
I tried to date. I tried to date. I tried to even things like, oh, would I date someone when I have a child?
You
No.
would. You wouldn't.
No, before I turned pre-32.
Actually, no. Calm down for a second.
Yeah.
Let's get yourself in. Now it's all good. You're married and that. I mean, engaged and that.
No, but that's the thing.
Yeah.
Pre-32, my answer was no.
Yeah.
When I was in my 20s, I had people that would approach me, whatever, and like they were nice and cool, and then I find out they had a child, I'd be like,
nah.
See you later. I didn't want to do it. I was like, what the heck is that? Like that for me, because in my mind, R&B unfortunately has ruined my mind about love. R&B, Disney, all their movies, everything has ruined me. So I feel like fairy tale. So I didn't want it. So up until like 32, where actually there's nothing really in Hinge on the pool that you've chosen, that maybe let's just go out and see what the ones that have kids look like. Maybe I'll get someone that has a 16-year-old and I don't have to parent. Or maybe you get someone that has a really young one and it's like, I will be their second mom. I don't know. So I was like, let me see what that looks like. So I was open to it. So I think you definitely open up to yourself to stuff that you wouldn't necessarily have opened yourself up to before. And consider those things. But yeah, it didn't work. It just didn't work. And then there was someone that, I don't know if I should say this one.
Might as well, fuck it.
Someone I had a crush on for time. And we ended up talking. And then dating.
And he had a child?
No, he didn't actually have a child. But we ended up talking and dating for a good little while. But then I realised he wasn't the person for me.
Why? What attributes did you see?
He just wasn't like trying to... Everyone's like at different stages in it of life, but I just feel like he just didn't have enough oomph to move forward in what he wanted to do with his life.
Well, lack of ambition.
Yeah, basically. But it wasn't like lack of, it was just like the actual drive to do anything. Like,
did he have a job?
Yeah.
Just about.
Yeah, no, he had a job. and he was working hard and stuff, and I just felt there was like a direction. I think that's
Mhm.
what it was. It was a bit of a lack of direction, and it was a bit like sometimes I feel like I've been in stages where if you get me at this point,
Mhm.
you probably got me for life,
Mhm.
right? But you skipped, like you just didn't ask me to be your girlfriend at this stage, and now
Mhm.
I've gone the other way. Like my 0 to 100 could be real quick.
Mhm.
I can be all in, and then just like that, it's
I think I'm afraid of actually, especially at this age now, asking someone to be your girlfriend is akin to giving them a ring right now.
yeah, because it's the next step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? In my dating journey now, I've clocked there's actually like I didn't think I had a number beforehand in it. I think a girl that's between the ages of like say 25 to about 29, as in obviously there can be anomalies in there. That might even be a bit too young for me in it, in terms of because of the delusion of the girls in question in it.
Yeah.
Between the ages of like say 33 to my age, that is a bit too old because
you gotta do it now, right?
Yeah, because they want to. They don't even care who you are.
Yeah.
You could have killed 3 people. What was it? Had 7 children. They don't care.
The dating pool is small. They say what 2 to 1. Someone said to me that it's actually not 2 to 1. Was it 2 girls to any one guy? Someone said to me it's not. That's not the actual ratio. It's just about who your caliber, who's available to you according to caliber. Like this whole, what's it called? High profile, what they call
High
it?
value.
High value guys, high value girls. So actually there's plenty on both sides, but you just don't meet the value.
Yeah, the one that you want as well, yeah.
Yeah, so at the level you're at, yeah, okay, maybe there's a small pool.
Facts.
Or there's a big pool or whatever it is. But
and especially as a guy, as in, for instance, like you said, innit, like the same scenario where you're talking about not wanting a partner that has children, innit? I'm also a guy that I haven't got kids, isn't it? We ain't got children right now, innit? So some girls are looking at us like, yes.
Your goal.
That's what I'm saying, innit?
Yeah.
No children.
Because really, the age we are now, it's very normal for people to have children. For it to have children, it not have worked out. Cool, you can understand it. You might not understand it when we were like 25, maybe. But definitely now, I'm in 30s.
Yeah, now it's like, so it's like...
Because then it becomes like, oh, you a little bit weird if you don't have a child.
That's what they're discussing now. They're like, why ain't he got a kid, innit? Why don't you have a children, innit? What's wrong with you?
Why have you never been engaged before?
Does it work?
You've never been married before, you've never been engaged before, you never had a child.
Nah, something's off there. Nah, I'm not into it. Like,
but you know, like, that's what, like, in, like, history of time or whatever, you know, some families do this, so they... Well, not families, but some... So, let's say you weren't having sex or whatever, you'd want to get your wife pregnant before you marry her to make sure she can get pregnant, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
And then what do they do with the baby? Keep it still?
Well, of course they keep the baby. Okay. But yeah. But you want to test it out, make sure that actually you're not going to have issues for some families. But...
Yeah, facts. And yeah, I've done well not touch it. But like I said, I don't bust inside of girls too much. So.
Is it too much?
Yeah, no, I don't. No. Yeah, only a little bit. Stop.
Only give you one.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't bust inside of girls, isn't it? And right now, I'm not even gonna lie. Right now, and this is crazy, I'm actually petrified certain times of having sex with some girls.
What? Because they're having a baby?
Yeah, 100%. Like
there's certain girls,
joke, man.
Huh? Babies are no joke.
Yeah, there's certain girls that I can fuck right now that I won't fuck because I know God's. It's almost like God's looking at me. Go on, man. Do it. Fuck her, man.
Test me.
See what happens, isn't it?
God is not.
Yeah, and it's one of those ones where it's like I literally 9 times out of, that's how my brain works, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's almost a case of, in terms of, are you willing to let this girl have your baby? That's how serious it is. That's how serious it gets. And
listen,
and it's like, and in terms of even the margins that I'm playing with, it's like, even for instance, if I even didn't mind, then I would fuck the girl. You know what I'm saying? Isn't it? Like, I'm talking about the sort of margins I'm playing with is if I would be fuming and pissed that she had my child, isn't it? Then it's like, you shouldn't touch her. And there's not even a correlation between niceness. It's usually about the content of the character of the person. Could I stand having this person as my baby mum? Right. And I'm like, saying to girls, like, you know what? Nah, man.
Not for the next 20 years, whatever it is, yeah.
What do you mean for the rest of my life?
The rest of your life, but in terms of like, no, but in terms of like the growing ages of where you have to like communicate, it's long. It's so long.
And I know certain girls just have me wrapped around their little finger, bro.
People are not conscious enough of that.
Yeah.
of like, who are you having a child with?
And
And not because even like in marriage or whatever it is, things happen. Like, it doesn't mean because you're gonna get married it's gonna be a lifetime. I pray that mine is, but like, you don't know, but you still have to figure out who is this person that I'm going to have children with, or I'm having children with.
And I feel like a lot of girls these days, isn't it? Well, then again, you can contest this, isn't it? I feel like a lot of girls these days, doesn't tend to be Christian girls. A lot of girls these days, when you speak to them, they're very content with divorce, isn't it? And the idea of it. So they're not really for forever. So they are happy to touch out.
Yeah, but I feel like women are different now than they were 10, 15, 20 years ago. Do you know what I mean? Like, more independent than they were before and stuff. So it's all like people are happily having babies by themselves, going through insemination or IVF and all that stuff by themselves, no guy in sight. Like, they're happy they work hard, they make their money, they want something. If a man's not part of that because it's not happened for them just yet, then by all means they'll have children and stuff by themselves. So we're in a different era. I feel like, you know, everything goes round. I feel like we'll come back round to a little bit more back in the day mindset, maybe.
Yeah, that's why I said my age
come.
range of the 25 to 20, like 29. Some of these girls, well, the sort of profile I'm talking was like hot girls, good looking girls, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very, very, very nice, isn't it? Those girls, I feel as though they are still waiting for Drake, essentially. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're waiting for Future, Drake. They're waiting for this millionaire guy to, and it's one of those ones. It's like, and I'm looking at them, I'm looking at their lifestyle, and I'm like, I'm not ready to be anywhere near this. In fact, what I call them is I call them direct debits, isn't it? They are girls and also destiny destroyers, because they're girls,
destroyers.
They're girls that will literally just rinse you for your soul, essentially, and stop you from being a better person.
Right.
And I think what happens is, they reach a certain age where they realize, oh shit, the guy
this is not the average.
Yeah, this guy doesn't actually really exist like that.
Yeah.
There's guys that will do amazing things to me. There's certain guys that might buy you a car. There's certain guys that they might buy you an expensive bag.
Right.
But all you are to that guy essentially is an object to them, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then they grow up and like, oh shit. Yeah. And they're like, oh fuck, maybe I should go with a guy that likes me and loves me, isn't it? That is financially stable, isn't it? But doesn't have to spoil me with all these things. And I think that comes later in life when they reach that, what are my core values, isn't it, essentially?
But
stage.
it's social media, innit?
Yeah.
Like, there's so many young girls who have lifestyle. So it's like, it seems so much more attainable than the reality may actually be. So it's like, oh yeah, my mates, they don't have two heads. So this is what they've got. I should have it as well, kind of thing. So it's hard. It's hard. But I feel a little bit sorry for the guys. But for some part of it as well, it's only because we put it on social media and we speak about it. Because in the grand scheme of things, we're talking old school. Men might have had the perception that you look after your woman. Yes, you buy her things or whatever it is, obviously within your means. And the women come and they play their own role. But now it's just like everyone talks too much. Everyone's talking too much and putting too much out there on social rather than just living their lives. And that's a problem. Because if they did, then they wouldn't be so fussed about, oh, this one just got a Birkin and this one just got Giuseppe's or whatever it is.
Yeah, facts. So in terms of now, so after your hinge period, isn't it?
Yeah, I had a hinge period. Then I've deleted it so many times and then was like, okay, let me come back on it.
How many times do you reckon you deleted and came back on it?
A good 3-4 times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a good 3-4 times. And then maybe I just have a sneak peek, see who's there, see
Yeah, what's your strategy when you add that? Was it swipe, or did you pay attention?
No, I scroll down. Like if I am interested in the first picture, then I scroll down, I make sure I check the credentials. Have you got a kid? Like, when I put it to kids, I don't really want the kids in it. So do they have kids? And then when they do things like they don't disclose stuff, so they don't disclose if they have kids, they don't disclose if they smoke. I'm like, hey, you do. Yeah. So like, don't do that. Like, clearly you do. And so yeah, I kind of do a little mini. Do I like the first picture? What are the credentials? Is it within my? Am I willing to look at the rest of the pictures? Then scroll. If I feel like someone looks too good to be true, I try and like see if they like taking a picture in a certain angle to make themselves look like really tall or something. Or
But they put the height there though.
yeah, they do actually. They do.
Yeah.
But no, sometimes I just feel like if they put in angles so they're really tall, or they're only taking like a certain part of their body, so maybe they've got really skinny legs. I don't know. Or this is not a real person. They've taken somebody else's picture off of Instagram.
What are they gonna do with that though?
I don't know.
How-
Like, people do it all the time. Do you not watch these shows?
Well, catfish.
Yeah.
Those guys are sickos. How are you gonna come there as somebody else? Like, how is that gonna work for you?
People do it all the time.
Yeah, that's great. I remember, I was on Hinge for basically I was using the Hinge as in like I wasn't using Hinge in this country, innit?
Okay.
So it's a case of going out over
America.
Let me use Hinge
America.
over there. I remember, and when I was in this country, I went onto the app, and one of our friends, isn't it, was on the app. And
I've seen some friends on that app.
Is it here?
Yeah, man.
Some of mine.
Yeah.
Is it here?
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Oh, it can't come out.
Yeah.
Been on there.
Oh, she's the goat on there. She's the goat on there. They've got him on the, what's it called?
The special one.
Yeah, the special one.
The red
Yeah.
heart, the roses,
So,
or whatever it
yeah,
is.
and I'm saying, the thing is, and she is getting the pick of the litter.
Is
yeah?
it?
And so I'm looking at I'm looking at Hinge, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not seeing these people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're all sending him roses. So she's got the pick of the bunch. He's got the pick of the bunch. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Before Hinge, my vibe was, isn't it? Obviously this can't come out. Before Hinge, I was caning nicer girls. 100%. 100%. And my caliber. But now he's got the whole world, yeah. He's got all of the nice girls in the world sending him roses. He's turning down bare famous people as well.
Oh, so sad.
Yeah. And the point when we're having heart-to-heart conversations, in the vibe of, yeah, but he's like, what am I supposed to do? Cane all of them.
Yeah,
he's like, so it's not even sustainable.
Yeah.
I'm showing you, it was giving him like mental health issues at the time. Yeah. He had the pick of the litter. So all of the nice guys. And then I'm looking at my app. And I'm seeing these monsters, isn't it? Yeah,
Oh my God.
I'm seeing these monsters on my app. What? I didn't open it Hinge again. How am I supposed to go to hell? How does it make me feel?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And I'm like, rah. So sure getting roses, and he's turning down girls that I'm giving roses to. I'm like, what the fuck? This ain't fair. And what I told myself is, I see enough girls in real life, innit? Like,
Right.
Meeting people is not my issue. And to be fair, I get a better success rate when I speak to somebody as opposed to anything else, isn't it? If I get a date with a girl, 9 times out of 10.
You met them in person already.
Yeah, if I met him in person, but 9 times out of 10, if I get the sit down, the girl will like me. I believe in my source that much that if I get the sit down, one, if she was willing to go on the date, that's a vibe. And if she speaks to me, she'll like me. That's what my beliefs are. So fuck that app, man. Yeah, man, fuck that app, man. I hate that app. So cool. So you come off the app now.
Who else?
yeah,
I'm trying to remember. I feel like I've seen someone else. I can't remember now.
You see,
who?
Must have seen.
Oh, I've seen what's his name?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
No,
Christian.
no.
You seen?
I've seen.
Yeah.
Have I seen Christian on there? I don't know if I've seen Christian on there. No, I think I've definitely seen Christian on there for sure.
Yeah,
I was like, this guy looks familiar.
Yeah, he's one of those ones that had the story of and it just shows the mindset of girls when they really want to get married, dating somebody. It's going splendid. Right. Apparently, because I know you know somebody that he knows, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's going splendid. He's like, so they're really hitting half, and he says they're like 4 months in, innit? Yeah. She's like, okay, so where'd you see us going and stuff, isn't it? Like, what was it? And he's like, what you talking about? Like, I said, I see you every single week. Yeah, but what are we? And he's like, well, I don't know. Like, well, let's just keep going. And then she's on the vibe, no, you're not serious. Boom. And then starts speaking to him. He's thinking like, rah, this girl could have been my girlfriend and stuff. But it's almost like they're so eager to get married, they don't care.
It is as well, though, because I feel like some guys like to just
go with the flow.
That go with the flow. You're going for the flow 2 years. Like, it's long, innit? Like,
I feel 2 years now, innit? Yeah. Going with the flow. But there has to be an element of going to the flow.
Yeah, no, of course. But everyone's going to set their own, like, timelines. And the
Yeah,
thing is,
facts.
do you know what? Friends pressure you. What?
Yeah.
Friends, like you go on a date.
You've
with
known him for
someone-
2 minutes.
No, you go on a date with someone. It's like, oh my gosh, where did he take you? Like, oh, like it's pressure. Like, oh, you guys have been together 6 months already. Has he said that you're his girlfriend? Like,
Oh my God.
that's what you get as well. So it's like, you even if you felt comfortable with it, they make you feel like it's not it's not normal. Like it's not something that you should be comfortable with. So it's like it's pressure.
Fucking hell, that's too much, man, isn't it? Because it's like certain times, it's like it's like it's cute if they actually really, really, really like you, but part of it is, are you a smart person? Because you don't know me.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. You don't know me. You don't technically after 4 months know if you want to be with me for the rest of your life. Like you don't know these things, but it's a security as well. I feel like it's a security.
But my vibe is sometimes I might even like the girl more than she likes me, but I'm like, you're not good at making decisions. This is like this is actually terrible. Like you actually know nothing about me and you like me this much. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
There's one girl I could have easily been going out with. I could have easily been going out with her. But my thing was, you like me too much and you have no idea who I am, isn't it? And now
shit,
because
you're gonna cuss me in a minute.
Oh, why?
Yeah, man.
Why?
We haven't got to that
No,
part.
but I'm saying you like me too much. You don't even know who I am.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that in regards to she's doing things, and what that did was it kind of like prepped up my ego now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So now
I can get anyone to like me.
No.
kind of thing.
I'm talking with her. Now I'm treating her like shit.
Oh.
To the point where, in terms of the way I'm fucking her, I'm just literally just busting her, kicking her bum, leaving her on the ground and shit like that. It's like I've lost her with. She I remember one time No, but I'm saying no, she was doing things like this, yeah. Because bear in mind, like I said, when a girl likes you that much, your vibe is, can I even fuck her? If I fuck this girl, she's keeping my baby. Like, that's the way she's talking about how she likes me. So now I'm on the vibe of, I'm caning her bareback, and then she's telling me how much she loves me. I'm like, then I literally just stop mid-cane and like, I shouldn't be fucking this girl.
So from your experience, you know how they say girls are so much more emotional, they can't have sex without the emotion? Do you believe that to be fact, or is it just
I know some girls that can.
Yeah.
Some girls are capable of fucking without emotional, but this one over here, this girl loved me. Do you know what she said when I stopped? She said, please, just 3 more pumps. That's what she said. 3 more. And I gave her the 3 more, then I stopped, innit? Yeah.
You literally did 3?
Yeah, I did 3.
Wait.
Yeah. And I'm thinking,
is wild.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, innit? So, and I'm on the vibe, but how can I respect that? Like, see, like, in terms of, like, she was too much, isn't it? And she's out here, innit? She's doing all right now, innit? You know what I'm saying? Innit? But, yeah, but it's like, yeah, I didn't rate her. Oh, I could have liked her after the fact, didn't it? Yeah. Mad. Anyway, you continue with your story, isn't it? Your journey.
Story.
Your journey of...
Okay, I gotta try and remember. So yeah, so then I started, did the friends introducing thing. Not introducing, but so I had a friend. I dated my friend's friend, who I'd known for like years.
Because that was still on.
Who I'd known for quite a few years. And we were cool, and we like got on nice or whatever. He dated other people in the time that I knew him, whatever, and he wanted to try dating and stuff, and I was down. I was like, okay. There's obviously again bits that I wouldn't, if I was painting my ideal person, wouldn't necessarily choose. But I was like, I know him. He's cool. Like he's good guy.
He's not gonna be terrible.
Yeah. Not like he's just above terrible. No, he's a good guy. Like cool. And yeah, and that was nice. And then he kind of was just like, and that was towards the end of COVID. And oh gosh, I feel like baiting it out.
No, it doesn't really matter.
And so that was cool, and I thought that was going well, and then it just didn't. It just kind of, he was like, yeah, I don't see this as a girlfriend boyfriend thing. I should know. And that was after 3 months. So that whole, what are we at 4 months? He did that on the flip side.
Well, he just told, right? Okay, cool.
Yeah, he was like, it's been 3 months. I should know whether or not we should do girlfriend boyfriend, and I don't know.
This guy had a girlfriend when he was doing it with you.
I don't know. I don't think he did.
I'm saying no, there has to be.
I don't think he did. Like, do you know what?
What the fuck was he saying?
The only reason
you could have just kept on caning her.
No, but we weren't doing that either. Though.
You weren't caning?
No.
You know what's crazy? Maybe because I'm so emotionally out, I don't really tell my emotions to girls, isn't it? So I feel like he's extremely mature mentally, innit? Maybe that's what it was.
I'm trying to think of my age.
Because I'm like, why would you tell her that?
I got to...
Oh, yeah.
Hold
What?
on. When was COVID? 2019, 2020,
No, that's
2020.
Yeah.
I got to like 32
Uh-huh.
and was like, I'm done.
Ladies and gentlemen, this part of the conversation is too spicy to come out.
Like, until I feel like this is going to be my person, I don't want to have sex.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was dating people, where however serious, 3 months, I think the last guy was maybe like a good 9 months, maybe, I wasn't having sex because I didn't wholeheartedly feel like, okay, this is going to be my person.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't having sex. So, yeah, I'd kind of like...
You think that helped? In terms of, yeah.
Maybe. No, do you know what? We haven't got to that part yet,
Yeah.
so I'll leave it for a second. Because
Okay,
we
cool.
haven't got part to the journey to marriage bit
Okay,
yet,
yeah,
have
sweet,
we?
yeah.
So yeah, so I was kind of like, yeah, I wasn't having sex. Not that I was, because I've abstained before.
Mm-hmm.
I've had times in my life.
Why
where
did
I've been,
you abstain?
I was like fully in church,
Uh-huh.
and I actually hadn't thought about that until that point in my life, and it
Uh-huh.
was like a thing. It was like a proper thing everyone was talking about. I was like, oh shit, this is something I should be doing.
Uh-huh.
So yes, and I just jumped on.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
this is the godly thing to do.
Okay.
So yeah.
And what demon took you out of that?
What? What demon?
Was it?
Yeah.
It was a relationship vibe. And...
Yeah, it was a relationship.
Okay.
It was a relationship. And it was, yeah. And I wish I hadn't.
Uh-huh.
It was a relationship. I wish I hadn't, because it wasn't worth it.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't worth it at all. But he was a really awkward person.
David.
No.
Fake
David, fake David was so intense. Like, he was like...
Is he married now?
Yeah, I think so.
Of course he's fucking married,
yeah,
isn't
I think he might have a kid as well. I think.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
maybe I'll make that up. But yeah, I think he's married. But yeah, fake David, he was like super intense. Like, he wanted all my time. He was jealous.
That's a vibe sometimes, man.
Nah, man.
If the guy likes you, if you like the guy.
Yeah, if you like the guy. Yeah.
The issue is you didn't like him.
Yeah. I didn't like him enough.
Yeah.
So when that ended, the person I had next time was like so much more like
Uh-huh.
space. So I was like, oh yeah, this is normal.
Yeah.
This is what I need. And then a few months in, I was like, no, this is not what I need.
This guy's
is
too
dumb.
distant.
Yeah, because
Shit!
Yeah,
I
you know what I mean.
remember. Yeah.
'cause
You were like, does this guy like me?
Yeah, it was so awkward. Like, you were chasing.
Yeah.
Okay, we're dating. Like, he was genuinely an awkward person. He was awkward.
They didn't live with you at one point.
No. He would have been that way. I feel like he would have been that way with any girl. Like, he just wasn't.
When you dated a guy that lived with you?
No.
In the Muswell Hill house, in the spare room, there was a nigga, no?
Muswell Hill house spare room. No.
In your mum's house. I swear there was a room that you were renting.
Yeah, it's for a girl, not a guy.
Did you date the girl then?
No, what the fuck? No.
Okay, yeah,
I've
maybe
never,
I'm
no, I've
making
never
some...
I've never lived with anyone.
Oh, okay, cool, interesting.
Yeah, no. So that was like and then it was like, okay, I don't know, maybe because I'm doing this whole abstaining thing, maybe that's what's causing the barrier, the fact that we're not connecting in that way. So I was like, let me see what this does, and it didn't do shit. And then and that was kind of like, that kind of fizzled out.
Okay, cool. Now, at what point did you do the Ciara prayer to bag your current husband?
I didn't do a Ciara prayer.
You did something.
Okay, do you know what happened? Yeah, I was at one of like my close sister aunties from church, who I love absolutely dearly. So me and a couple of the girls been at her house, and we'd had like a bit of a prayer. She'd prayed for us. We prayed together and stuff, and it was really nice. And obviously, she's always talking to us about relationships and wanting the best for us in all aspects of our lives. And I went home. It's actually leading into a weirdo. I went home, whatever, and some guy that I'd connected with, I think I had just put Hinge back on. And I think that we'd said hi or something, and maybe we'd exchanged numbers, and he'd messaged me. I'd messaged him before, but then he'd messaged me back really late. And at this point, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, this is how things trick you. You know how things trick you. So I was like, oh, okay. And then he was like, can I call? And I was like, I've just got in. I was like, cool, whatever. So he'd called, and he's like, I really want to meet up. He's like,
at 2 o'clock?
No, not at that time. He went the next day, but it was late when we were speaking. But it was really brief. He was like, he really wanted to meet up. He said I sounded familiar. He didn't know if we knew someone, if we had mutual
Mutuals.
friends or whatever. And then I can't remember. He said a couple of things or whatever, and he was like, "What are you doing tomorrow? Let's do lunch." I was like, "Okay, cool." Or tomorrow, a couple of days, and I was thinking, "Oh, we just prayed, so maybe this is a thing. Maybe." Met up with him. He seemed cool. Little bit out my spec, whatever. But
why was he out of your spec?
He was bigger than
5'8".
he was bigger than I. No, he was a tall guy, but he was bigger than I would usually like.
What, fat?
He had a kid. Yeah, he's a little bit on the chubby side.
Fat and had a child.
He had a kid. His kid was 3 months old. I was
Whoa.
like,
what the fuck?
3 months.
yeah,
Oh my god.
Fresh
Yeah.
out.
yeah. Which he didn't tell me on the first day. I think he told me on the second day. I can't remember. But yeah, he had
so
a
the
3
second day. So
Yeah,
the child might have been 1 week old.
3-month-old or whatever, and yeah, I had a bit of a story of he was dating someone, it ended, then you know when you just like hook up or whatever, she got pregnant, and that's how they had the baby. And then like, and he was someone, I think he's a bit of an analyzer, so he kind of did an analysis of me and was like, "Oh, you're this type of person, blah blah."
Is he right?
So for a lot of parts, he was.
Like what? What was he saying?
I can't remember, but yeah, I can't remember. He'd been fostered or something like that, whatever. I was like, oh, okay, never meet anyone that's been adopted or fostered, whatever.
All right, so you're thinking this is still part of the prayer?
Yeah. And then it just been a bit weird because a couple months in he was like, "Oh, when am I gonna?" What did he say? Slap cheeks or something? I was like,
oh my god!
I was like, "This is weird." I said,
"When am I gonna clap cheeks?"
Nobody in my lifetime has ever asked me that question. Like, no one's ever asked me like that. Like, it's so weird. Like, who does this? We're in our 30s.
That's hilarious.
I'm genuinely confused. We're in our 30s, and yeah. And obviously at the time I'd already decided that I wasn't, I was like, I'm abstaining, blah, blah. And he almost had a heart attack.
How do you have a heart attack?
Yeah, no, just because he just couldn't get his head around it. And
The
I was
fact
like,
that you were abstaining?
Yeah, he couldn't get his head around it. And I was like, I'm not saying, oh, I'm waiting till marriage. I'm just saying that
right now,
I need to make sure that this is someone that I actually want to be with.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So whatever, and I don't know what that time frame looks like. Whatever.
Nigga, you just had a youth
But
3 months ago.
But he was like, he would ask like on a few times, and I was like, this is so.
Well, will you ask
dumb.
the same way? So when am I clapping cheeks?
Yeah. So it was wild, and then there was a point where like, oh, let me remember.
That's a funny thing to
Then
say.
there was a point. Then he'd do stuff like, oh, I remember, he would do stuff like not talk to me for a little bit, and then call and be like, "Where have you been, twin?" He'd be like, "Where have you been?" He'd be like, "Call me, like anytime you want to call me, just feel free." And I'm like, "But where have you been, bro? What is this? Like, I'm not. I don't chase anybody. What the heck?" And then, oh, I can't remember. And we went to the cinema one time. And he started to give me the cold shoulder. Like, we got to cinema, he started to give me the cold shoulder. And I was already like, in my mind, I was fuming. I was like, this guy's never seeing me ever again. Like, how dare you? Like, and it was just little things. It was like, he told me to be quiet.
In the movie?
Yeah, no, not in the movie. We were at the counter trying to order snacks or whatever. And I was he was speaking to the guy, and then I was trying to chime in and ask the guy for something or whatever. And yeah. He was like, shh. I said, what?
So in your head, never again.
I was like, never again. I'm not someone that's gonna like cause a scene and whatever, blah blah. I'm like, yeah, we're good. So yeah, I was like, never again. And
did you enjoy the movie?
Then I can't remember what I saw.
Oh yeah.
And then he explained that basically his baby mum's friend or house or something. Was it his baby mum or someone he dated? I don't remember. Her friend was in the cinema right next to us. And he then basically got into a mood or whatever and was trying to manage. And then he was dealing with like texts from her saying,
I can see
you're a liar. You said that you didn't want to end because you weren't ready for a relationship or whatever. Meanwhile, you're dating or something silly like that or whatever. I was like, okay. And then we got to a point where we weren't really speaking. It just kind of fizzled out, whatever.
Has he hollered since you've been? I hate twin. Where you been?
No, he hasn't. No. So then he hollered. He hollered just before I went to Nigeria for Christmas. and was like, when do I have? He was like, let's start again. He wanted to officially date.
Was another case of too late.
Yeah, for sure. It was like, we wanted to officially date. He was like, when do you have time? I was like, to be honest, I don't have time. I'm packing to go for a holiday. He was like, no, if you're working from home, let's both work from home. I'll book a hotel. I was like,
because this nigga's trying to clap cheeks again. Oh
like,
my God, he's obsessed.
I was like, you're a weird. I literally was like, you're creeping me out. You're creeping me out. You're strange. I don't get it. But clearly that
too
was
heavily
his.
invested.
Yeah. So then, and there was someone else. I think at the same time there was someone else that I was talking to who lived outside of the city. And that wasn't serious.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, we'd seen a couple of times. But he messaged me when I was out in Niger. I was like, when he messaged me, I was already dating.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, he was like, oh, we should meet up when you get back from Nigeria. I was like, yeah, I can only talk to you as a friend. And then he just blocked me off. So
Is it? You reckon he blocked you?
No, I don't think he blocked me, but he just blocked me off.
That'd be too dramatic.
Yeah.
Now, so go from that prayer to your current situation.
Okay, so I'd already said, and I've been saying for years, because I was with my friend yesterday, and she was like, you've been saying for a long time that your husband's not in this country. And I said it for a long time. I was like, definitely he's here. Not because I don't know that I don't know, it's just something, anyway, maybe it's something you say, I don't know. And I kind of was like, with the couple of people that I was talking to, I was like, if you lot don't fix up and figure it out, by the time I get to Nigeria, it's gonna be over for you. Like, it's gonna be done. Like, that's how I felt. I was like, I'm definitely gonna have a good time, right? And before then as well, I'd kind of like let go of the pressure. Like, don't get me wrong, it was part of like a daily reminder. Like, don't be pressured. I felt like I was more focused on being a rich auntie. I was like, let me make sure my credit's good. Like, I want to buy a house. Let me make sure my credit's good. Because actually, if I'm going to join with someone, I'm going to be well embarrassed if like my credit's really shitty. Yeah. So I was like, let me just get myself
focus on
right.
myself.
Yeah, just be happy. Just try and be a rich auntie. Date, but not like, don't put so much pressure on yourself. But it's like,
that attitude works because, like I said, you're not going to come across as somebody that just wants to get married by all means.
Yeah, exactly. So it was just like, but then you kind of got to remind yourself, not daily, but almost daily sometimes.
Well, yeah. There must be some more shit. Oh, is there anything? Oh, unopened. Right, man.
How many cans we go through already?
I think 6, no?
No, there's one right there under the cushion.
Oh shit! Yeah! Yeah! And I continue. Yeah. Alcoholic, boy.
So it's like a daily reminder, not a daily reminder, but a reminder of like, don't pressure yourself. Like, it's not that deep at this point. Like, it will happen when it's gonna happen. It's not that deep. Don't think about it too hard. Just focus on having a good time, enjoying my friends, enjoying my family, all of that stuff, being right. So then I went to Nige, and
what year was this?
This is December 2022.
Okay, cool.
Which seems so long ago now, but it isn't. It's
That's in December.
30 December. Because I was meant to go to Nigeria December 2021, but they did the whole red list thing with Nigeria.
Oh yeah.
Like, but then they took Nigeria off the red list just before I was supposed to go, but I'd already cancelled my ticket. I'd already moved my ticket to the following year. And then I'd caught COVID as well, so I didn't go. So then 2022 went, and a couple of days in, I'm trying to think. I think maybe about a week into my, was this a week in? No, I think it was a few days into my trip, like 4 or 5 days into my trip. We went for Taco Tuesday.
What's that?
With my cousin. So just, Taco Tuesdays. You go to a taco place on a Tuesday.
What, Taco Tuesday?
Yeah, it's just
what,
like,
in Nigeria?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Went to a place for Taco Tuesday.
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay. Sweet.
So with my cousin, and obviously her and friends were coming. She'd invited her friends, whatever, and that's where I met my now fiance.
Okay.
And he walked up, and I was like, oh, he's kind of cute. But I didn't think anything of it. I was like, oh, it's cute. I thought he maybe was dating somebody else on the table. And then he sat opposite me and we're just talking. You know what you do when it's like chit chat with someone new or whatever. And I've just come into the country, so whatever. And yeah, it was a good conversation. It was really nice. And then we left. I said to my cousin, I was like, I love him.
He said, I think I love him.
Yeah, but it wasn't like that. It wasn't like, oh, I was in love
yeah.
with him. But I went home that night and I prayed for him, and I prayed that he would be well, that everything would be well with his family.
What the fuck?
I was like, I was like, I wanted God to keep him. I wanted God to keep his dad for him because he'd lost his mum the year before. And I just like, and I wanted him to be good regardless of
Nothing
me.
to do with you.
Had nothing to do with me.
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah.
When's the last time you prayed for somebody that, like, in terms of, like, you didn't really know yourself like that?
Yeah.
So I find it hard to pray for myself sometimes, bro.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing to do.
So yeah, that's just what was on my heart, and I just really wanted him to be good. Outside of me, I wanted him to be good.
God was like, what? Oh, wow. Oh, she likes this one. Okay. Anyway, continue, yeah?
And then I think I seen him a couple of days later. We went to like a beach house thing. And he says like he was never gonna go. Like he can be antisocial if he wants to be. Like he doesn't have to be outside. Obviously his work and stuff takes him outside. But he'd like happily be indoors. And he doesn't necessarily, if he doesn't know who's gonna be there or who's going, if it's not his friends, he might not necessarily go to something. So obviously my cousin.
Homebody.
Yeah. So my cousin had told him to come because it was with some of her other friends, and he'd come because of me. Really.
Yes.
I didn't know that at the time.
Okay.
And then it was just natural again, talking the whole time. Someone was like to us, "You guys met already. It's good if you would speak to other people that are here."
Who the fuck said that? Hater.
What a hater!
Who the fuck said that?
They were like, "Speak to some other people," and I was
Who
just like,
said that?
the guy that owned the house actually, and I was just like, I don't want to.
What sort of house is this?
What's a beach house?
Why does he care?
Just like being like, imagine there's like 10 of us and I'm sitting on a table with like him and my cousin or whatever, and I'm just literally
Did he ask nicely?
to him. Yeah, no, it was friendly. It wasn't like
That's crazy.
He wasn't trying to be rude. It was in jest, I suppose.
What? Yeah, that is mad.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about it like that.
Why would you say that to anybody?
Those jokes. I didn't think about it like that. So yeah, so I was like,
that same guys you invited.
Yeah. Oh. So I was just like, I don't want to talk to anybody else, but cool, whatever. So that was like beach day. So then beach day, I was like, I really like this boy. It's so cool. And then we went to hang out like later on in the evening, just like a couple of us in the house. And then yeah, we were just talking. Just talking. Like it was just natural. It's just.
But he lives in Nigeria, and this one you live in the UK.
Yeah.
And is
so at this point, I'd already been like thinking about doing the move. My cousin was like, "Why don't you just try it out? Try and come and do Chloe's Kitchen here, or whatever." And I was thinking about it because I was just like, I've got nothing to lose, but I hadn't made a decision on whether or not I was gonna do it for sure. So then, a couple of like seeing him times went in. We went to a club. I don't know. Seen him a few times, and there was one day I was like, I'm gonna kiss this guy today.
You said that?
No,
that's so
like,
sexy, man.
I was like,
girls, man, take note. Yeah.
I was like, it has to be today. So we'd been out to the club. This was Christmas. Was this Christmas Eve? We'd been out and the night had ended and it hadn't happened. I was like, what the heck? I was like, no. I haven't done what I set out to do today. So they dropped us home. And I was like, I'm not ready to go home. So like, okay, cool, let's hang out. So we went back to the house, whatever, and we're hanging out. And then so then later on in the early hours of the morning or whatever it was, I got my kiss. So I was
you
very
slapped on
happy.
him?
Yeah. It was just kind of like we were just talking. It was like it was intimate. It was cute.
But you slapped on him?
Yeah, it was a bit, everyone had a bit of a drink or whatever. So yeah.
Come here.
So and I already knew Wagwan. Like I already knew that he was feeling me as well. Like I'd had confirmation, so I knew that. And because initially I thought he might have been dating somebody else, but that was clear it wasn't that thing. I think even when we went to the boat party, we were the boat house, the beach house, and we were talking about marriage and stuff. My cousin was talking about marriage and stuff, and he'd said like he's been wanting to get married for a while, like he's actually trying to be intentional. So I was like, okay, in my mind, he seems like a serious person. And then we've been inseparable since then.
That's a vibe.
Yeah.
Now, when I met you, not when I met you, obviously I met you ages ago, innit?
Yeah.
But I'm saying, you came back to London, I think this is before you were going to do your permanent move. And what you said to me, and I could show you what my thoughts, you on a vibe of, You told me, and I
Mhm.
forgot what month did you move? August or something.
No, I came back and left real quick. I left in January, but no, maybe I'd come back again to visit. So maybe I saw you in the summer, like July.
Yeah, so I saw you in
Yeah.
July times, isn't it? Cool. So we go out for dinner, and then you're on a vibe of boom that you had in your head something along the lines of you were going to get married by. You had a date in your head. I remember it was the top. It was like the top of 2024
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking in my head, oh, you know what's crazy? When people tell me shit, I'm not one to be like, boy, you might want to rethink. This is a bit too close. I'm saying you had your conversation with God. So now I'm saying I'm just going to leave you and God to do what you're doing.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe I had that date from back then.
Yeah, you had the date. You said you prayed on it.
Yeah.
You prayed on the state, and you're like,
in a dream as well.
yeah. You said that's what you said. It came to me in my dream.
Yeah.
I need to pray. I'm basically going to get married by blah blah blah. It's in your head, boom 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 boom. And I'm thinking, right, let's see this happen in it. I'm on the Bible like, hopefully this works out for her. Boom 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 boom. So obviously, then I received a message from Ishmael. I'm like, oh my! But I thought the date was later than it was. Because I was thinking that the date was in March or something, innit?
May,
yeah. So I am right then, innit?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this part of the conversation is too spicy to come out.
When Ishmael messaged me, I'm on the vibe of, oh, God did this earlier than he did it. And I was like, wow, I was in like genuine, like, fucking hell, man. She's going to be so ecstatic that happened. Now, cool. So explain what happened in it.
What, the actual engagement?
Yeah, the engagement and like the vibe leading towards it when you were certain that, you know what, this nigga's going to marry me.
So we'd kind of been talking. I mean, no, do you know what? It was pretty intense from the beginning. Like I had no doubt in my mind that we were. It was
intentional. You said you heard him speaking about
it. From the when we officially became, because I had a little bit of doubt actually. So we'd been obviously. It's the height of stuff. It's Christmas time, whatever, blah, blah. So we've been going for a couple of weeks or whatever, and it's nice. And his friend had said something along the lines of, like, is this like a real thing? Like, or is this not just for Christmas kind of thing? And that got me in my feelings because I was just like, no, I didn't cry. But
you didn't cry?
No, I didn't cry. But it got me in my feelings because I was like, hold on a second. I just want to make sure that we're both on the same track because I know that it is like, it's Christmas, not normal because it is. Yeah, it's like
two haters in the smell of one the drip.
Like it's not normal, but it's quick in it for the way that we're thinking that we feel about each other, whatever. So I said to him, and the thing is, like I said before, I'm not someone that speaks up like that. Like I have to overthink it, blah blah. But as soon as I heard it, I didn't like it. I said to him, "This is what your friend thinks. Let me know if this is what we're doing. Because if it's what we're doing, we're like, I just need to know kind of thing." And then that was literally that was New Year's Eve.
Oh my God, what do you mean? December what? 14th? When did you meet him?
This is like 10 days in.
Oh my God.
Don't judge me. This is
but still, yeah.
And he was like, and then we had a really good conversation. It was super emotional for both of us.
Don't point out that he cried as well.
No. I'm just saying it's emotional, not that he was crying.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, still, yeah.
Yeah, it was a really good conversation, and he said some stuff, and he was like he had felt like God had brought him to, like his mum had brought me to him.
Wow.
Yeah, and he was just like he would do the world, like give me the world kind of thing, like
wow.
Yeah. So it was so intense and so quick. So yeah, and we'd already like had like the whole, he was like he would move to London. Obviously he's no interest in the UK whatsoever, but he was like he would do that.
That must be a green flag as well.
Of course,
because it means no passport.
Listen,
not trying to finesse the permanent stay.
When I came back after my holiday and then went back to Nigeria, my oldest brother was like, "Oh, which guy are you going back for? I bet he wants a passport. Please leave them like in their country, like fuck it or whatever." And I was like, "No, it's not like that." So he was, but at the time I reminded him the other day because he was like, "Oh yeah, I did say that." he was like he would move for me. I was saying I would move for him, whatever. But so we'd had a super intense conversation, and that was the obviously 1st of January. That's when we were then officially dating. So then, so I think by the summer we were probably talking about like marriage and stuff, and I just knew that was his intention and stuff. So yeah. So then I'm trying to think. if
Wait,
there's
sorry,
anything else.
January did you say?
So we officially became a couple January 1st,
and then that's when you knew he was intentional about marriage.
No, not like
This is like a month after you
No.
met.
So this is like not even a month after we've met. This is a couple of weeks. Yeah. This is so embarrassing. This is a couple of weeks.
It's not embarrassing. It is what it is, man.
It's a couple of weeks in, and so at that time, for me, it was like someone's married, but it wasn't necessarily that we were talking about marriage. We probably didn't start talking about marriage until, I don't know, maybe the summer, maybe. Like, I don't know if it was just a given. Maybe I've forgotten. But definitely by the summer we were talking about it.
Talking every day and stuff on the phone.
Oh, there's not been a day I haven't spoken to him.
Since December.
We FaceTime every single day.
Wow.
Yeah. It's so weird as well because his thing is when when you ask, how do you approach girls normally, blah, blah. And he has a thing, he doesn't ask for anyone's number. And then when he said that to me, I was like, but you asked for my number. He said, no, I didn't. I was like, swear you didn't. He actually didn't ask my number. Like, I think it was like the day we kissed or something. And I was like, oh, actually, like, because obviously at this point, we're only ever seeing each other through our friends, my cousin, your friends or whatever. That's how I know I'm going to see you. But there's no, like, we haven't exchanged Instagram, nothing. No, maybe I think he had my Instagram because he tagged me in something. And he was like putting me on his socials and stuff, up on his stories. And I was like, oh God. But then I was like, oh my gosh, I actually don't have your number. What's your number? And I asked him for his number. And I was like, trickery.
Wait, so in terms of, now this guy's kind of famous, isn't it? Somewhat famous.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, as in, like, he's got hundreds of thousands of followers or something.
Yeah, I don't know. What's he got? I don't know. 20 something. I don't know what he's got.
No, I remember seeing it.
Shall I have a look? Let me see.
I remember it being like 100,000 or 500,000.
Is it that much?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, maybe. Am I being in Thomas? Yeah.
How many is it?
515.
Fucking hell, man. Tell him to post something for me.
20, how dare I? Sorry.
Hey, in fact, say something like, oh man, I love him so much. He'll definitely repost that. I'll do it from this page. And then I'll get you to follow him. So how much do you love him now, you reckon?
I love him so much. I'm joking. That sounds so genuine.
Hey, that's hilarious.
Yeah, man.
That's cute. So you speak every single, since then you spoke
every
single
FaceTime
day.
every single day, texting throughout the day, like.
Okay, cool. Now, in terms of how influential was he in your move to Nigeria? Was he
pretty influential because, like, initially, obviously, like I say, I was trying to do the business thing. I was like, fuck it, whatever. Like, let me see what this does. And then he was an added bonus. Now it definitely looks like I did it for him. And
but there's nothing wrong with that,
but,
even.
Yeah,
if it was,
I know, but yeah, he was an added bonus. It was definitely like I genuinely felt like, oh, London is hard work, man, and I could do with the break. So he was just an additional nice, but I would have done it without him being a factor. I don't know if I'd still be there if he wasn't a factor. Like if he wasn't in my life, I don't know if I'd still be there. But yeah.
Now the proposal. What happened?
Proposal. So obviously,
if you can cry, that would be an added bonus. If you could, isn't it?
I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no.
But when you explain this, put yourself.
Okay. So I'm not good at telling stories. I say things. Okay, so obviously our anniversary is the 1st of January because we did the whole thing, whatever. So he was like, let's do dinner 31st, so we could do into the new year together. I was like, okay, cool. And to be fair, because I was kind of also set my mind that by the end of the year, end of 2023, beginning of 2024, I wanted it to happen. Then worst case March. Oh, that's where March came in. Worst case March, because I knew that he'd be coming to like see my family and stuff. So I was like, maybe like wait until then. So I wasn't sure if it was on the cards. So anyway, so 31st, so he came and picked me up.
And did you discuss this with him?
No.
Okay, cool.
No.
Sweet.
So, but we talked about weddings. Yeah. We knew that we wanted to kind of do it in 2024. So time is ticking in it. But at this point, I've got no clue he's bought a ring, like nothing. I thought he was buying me a ring in the summer, and it was this he was buying me.
Mhm.
So yeah, he was asking me, "Oh, what color jewelry do you like?" I was like, "White gold, white gold, white gold." I came back, and he gifted me this, and I was like, "Oh, I would have said yellow gold."
If it was a necklace,
If I knew it was a necklace, I would have said yellow gold. But yeah. Anyway, so we went to a restaurant, went to some place. It's like it's a rooftop place or whatever. It's a nice place actually. And we sat in there. They've got a lounge, so they've got a lounge specifically for the brand that he works for. So we went and sat outside, and it's all lovely. And actually, what I forgot to tell you, he'd bought me a bottle of the Macallan on my birthday as part of one of my birthday gifts, and it's called A Night on Earth. Night on Earth? Yeah, it's called A Night on Earth. And the inscription on the inside talks about like new beginnings, new start, and stuff like that. So even though it was part of my birthday present, he was like, "Let's open it on our anniversary," because obviously first of the year and all of this stuff. And I was like, "Okay, cool." So I took it home with me, obviously. So then I had to bring it with me. So then he picked it up earlier in the day because he was like, he was taking it to the restaurant, but he didn't want us to bring it when we go to the restaurant before. Because even though they know him there and stuff, and he does a lot of work with, obviously his brand does a lot of work there. He didn't want. He said that he didn't want us to meet like any waiter that just doesn't know him or whatever and be like, "Oh, why are you bringing a bottle into the restaurant?" kind of thing. So he was like,
that makes sense.
Yeah, so he was like, "Let me pick it up and take it to the owner earlier on in the day." So that was cool, whatever. So anyway, he came pick me up for dinner. We sat outside on the rooftop, and then so then the violinist came out. So I was thinking, oh, maybe it might happen today. So the violinist came out, and I was like, okay, cool, what's about to happen? And then he left, and I was like, okay, what's happening? And people kept on coming outside, but obviously it was just our waiters and stuff or whatever. So then
Was it supposed to be a private dinner? Or...
well, yeah, it was a private dinner because we were the only ones, because the lounge is a private lounge anyway. Like they have a restaurant outside of it, but the lounge is private. And obviously no one had booked there, but then we were on the rooftop on the outside of the lounge. So so then he was like, my cousin had messaged or whatever, and she was finishing up her anniversary dinner. Not anniversary, sorry, her New Year's dinner, and was gonna come through. So he was like, she's coming with like 5 people. So I was like, okay, cool, it's not gonna happen today. And then
Were you pissed that she was coming?
No, I wasn't pissed because I'd said to her as well. I'd been like, "Oh, when you're finished with your thing, come through, yeah, or whatever. If we finish first, we'll meet up and figure out because we hadn't had New Year's plans, right?" So then because she was coming, we moved into the main lounge bit, because I was like, we're gonna need a bigger table. So yes, we kind of like.
Who was directing this? Him or you?
So I've said this.
Okay, yeah.
But lo and behold, that was already part of his plan. So we'd moved inside into a bigger table, whatever. Our food had come. My cousin came with a couple of her friends with 2 people. So it wasn't like a whole bag of people, but it was still cool. And then my friend appeared in the lounge, and I was like, "What are you doing here?" Like, because she was in the country for Christmas. And I was like, "What are you doing here?" And she was like, "Oh, she was at dinner with her cousins or whatever for New Year's." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, what a coincidence!" Blah blah. Like, and she was like, she was like, and then she was asking me if they could come in and have like just come in and have a couple of drinks with us, or just come and say hi or whatever. And I was like, "Yeah, of course."
Of course, she said sure.
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, tell him to come through." And I was hoping in my mind, I was like, I hope he doesn't feel like everyone's kind of like taking over our anniversary dinner. We haven't even eaten food at this point.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Like because it took me so long to decide or whatever. So then she hadn't called them to come. She was trying to find where they were. She was trying to message them or whatever. So anyway, by this point, it was, hold on, was it New Year's yet? Yeah, I think it had turned to midnight. So we all did Happy New Year, and there was fireworks outside. Obviously, he didn't do the fireworks, but there was fireworks outside. Everyone did Happy New Year. Then he got them to bring out the bottle that he told me the bottle he got for my birthday. He told them to bring it out with some glasses and stuff. And then I thought he was gonna go, because he does whiskey tastings. So he'd poured it for everyone, and then was going into a speech. And I was thinking he was doing a tasting. It's just his normal, like, explaining the expression, because he started explaining the expression of the bottle, about the whole new beginning stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm doing, like, what's it called when you're the person that's helping?
Oh, shit. Yeah, just continue, yeah.
I'm doing, what's the person that helps, like, not the
Yeah.
hostess, not a hostess, what's it called? Like, you know, like a magician's helper. So I'm standing next to him, like, making sure that everyone's got their glass and stuff while he explains the bottle, the expression, blah, blah, right? And then, so I'm not even paying attention to what he's saying properly. And then he goes, he says, but before we cheers and stuff, he's asked me to read the inscription inside the box, just to, like, obviously explain what the significance of the bottle, what it means, whatever. So I've read the inscription and stuff, and then he said something else once I've read it, and then he says to me, he's like, there's something in the box that's been in there for the last 2 weeks. Can you get it for me? And I'm like, in the box? Like, what do you mean? And he's like, yeah, in the box. I was like, it's been here for 2 weeks. And I was like, it's been here for 2 weeks. He's like, yeah. So I've looked into because the box, it's got like a flap. I've looked into it and I've not seen anything. I'm like, what are you talking about? I've looked again and the ring is, like, tucked into the box. And I'd had it since my birthday. So technically I had my ring since my birthday. I just didn't know.
How do you know? Maybe he took it back and put it inside the restaurant.
He said he had it in there because he told my cousin as well. And when he gifted it to me, he'd said to me, don't open it. We'd open it on our anniversary.
Wow,
so when my cousin,
risky.
So then when my cousin asked me what I got for my birthday, I was showing her what I got for my birthday. I showed her the box of whatever. And I was like, she said to me, have I opened it? I was like, oh no, I haven't. And then I was like, he said I shouldn't open it. But then I was about to open it. And she was like, no. If he said you shouldn't open it, then don't open it. I was like, it's just like a bottle. Like, okay, all right, cool. And I didn't open it then. But he was like, where he hid it, I probably wouldn't have seen it unless I'd taken the bottle out. So then I picked it out. So then as soon as I picked it out, I started crying. I started crying. And then he got down on one knee. The violinist came out again. And then he did his speech felt like it was 20 minutes long. He did a very long speech. It was very heartfelt. And he said,
did you cry throughout the speech?
Yeah, I did. But I was trying to keep it together. It wasn't like, but it was. Is this
the speech before he brings out the ring?
No, so I've like got the ring out.
Okay. Yeah.
And I've given it to him. He's got down on one knee because in my mind, he's got down on one knee, and he's like, he said some bits about just like wanting to, not realizing that, like wanting to do so much better just because of me, like wanting to, like, just how I've made him think about life and stuff. And it was really lovely. He did a very good speech, and I'm so happy I've got it on tape. And then so I was crying throughout the whole thing, but I was trying to do neat crying and like trying to do neat crying, and then he's going in to say, so I've got a question for you, or whatever. How, I can't remember how he did it. It was like, but just before he's about to say, will you be my wife or will you marry me? In my mind, I'm like, he said something that you could easily say yes to, but he hadn't actually said, will you marry me? So I was thinking, you better say those words because I don't want to have to tell you to say those words, but those words are, let's not get, nobody get anything misconstrued here. But just as I was thinking, you have to actually say the words just in case you don't know. Then he said it and he put the ring, and obviously I said yes.
Will you accept my promise ring?
Yeah, man. I said yes, and I was just like, oh, we're doing this. Oh yeah, it was lovely. Beautiful. It was very lovely.
It's sweet. Anyway, guys, we're wrapping up. Thanks. That's it.
Tell you what's changed right now. In a different field, different lane right now. Now I'm in the mud, switching lanes right now. Passive income getting paid right now. Used to roll around with sinners, bulldozers and killers. Now we focused on figures, 3-course meals for dinners, 5-star suites and villas. Now the swag hit different. cause the bag is different.
Just can't come out.
On the tab is